Welcome to THL's Sunday Showdown and some creepy Nax menu music that's going on for y'all. Wow, tonight is going to be a crazy night for anybody that enjoys Hearthstone and the THL Pro Series Finals. We have such a great night that Ron's going to introduce it for us so I don't mess it up. How you doing, Ron?
I'm doing great, Sucker. Glad to be here as always. We have so much action on the docket for you tonight. It is crazy. We've got Myanodon versus Dabs to kick off the Pro Series finals on stream here. Um, the match is already a little bit in favor of For the Boys, with Fasho taking a 3-0 victory over Bobby X, putting For the Boys up 4-0 so far in this series. 7 p.m., which is right about now, we're going to have Myanodon playing against Dabs, followed by Honest Zabe versus German Shep right afterwards. And then we're going to give you a little bit of break in the pro finals action and get to some battlegrounds and bring in some battlegrounds casters with Blue Sombrero and Steffi.
Yep.
But then we are right back to pro finals with Wet Goose versus Super Chicken. And if all goes well for I guess either side, technically, we could crown a champion tonight in pro. Although Lotus Knight, I'm sure, is probably hoping, like with the others, come on, guys, just let it go to the final one.
Go to Game 5, which I think is scheduled for Monday. I'm not sure what time it is, but it's definitely. I know with For the Boys having a little bit of a 3-0 lead at this moment. Really 4-0, the extra point. They want to wrap it up tonight. They just want to take home that championship tonight. So see if my Anadon can staunch the bleeding. So should we go over the deck lists for right quick before we tell the players to start?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at them. So we have bans in already. As we get started, we'll look at Myanodon brought a Guardian Animals Druid, which was banned by Dabs. And the decks he will be playing with tonight. We're back on the Scam Paladin. We say nerf be damned. Allura at 5 doesn't matter. We're gonna get some scam wins with this deck, and I think mine's been bringing this quite a bit in Pro Series. Been paying off reasonably well. It's the same scammy paladin deck that we've seen for a little while that prompted the Allura nerf. We've got Zoo Warlock and Bomb Warrior on his side of things, and for Dabs, his rogue has been banned by Myanodon. No heavy aggro rogue allowed here. So Dabs will be playing with also a Zoo Warlock,
Yep.
a OTK Lifesteal, and finally an Enrage Warrior. Looks like just a standard version of Enrage here. No extra spice thrown in with an ETC or some other kind of win
Right.
condition.
Right.
Um,
No,
the deck's pretty straightforward, it looks like, from both sides within their archetypes. I don't see any super spicy techs one way or the other.
so no craziness. So that's good. Well, both players are ready to go if you're ready to go. So
Let's do it.
or
Let's tell them to queue up,
or
and we'll jump right into it.
yeah
We got a
for
lot to cover, so no delay.
no sir. So we got Dabs is going to be a first to spectate. Will be at the bottom of the screen for everybody. And my Anodon will be at the top of the screen. And just a special note for everybody that's viewing, we're gonna if the 8 o'clock game runs into BGs, we're gonna cut into BGs as soon as possible afterwards. So stick around for anybody that's a BG player or watching for BGs to stay tuned. It will be shown. So, right, let these guys go. Good start now. If I could spell now, go.
So curious to see what the starting decks from each player will be. Um, Honestly, I don't think I'd be too surprised seeing Mayan just go straight in with the Scam Paladin and try to get that win out of the way quick.
Yeah.
For Dabs, I could see him going any one of these, Warlock, DH, or Warrior. They all seem pretty decent overall into the lineups he's facing.
Yeah, I can see. I'm going to say DH. He's going to start with DH first, but we'll see.
Throw a dart at the dartboard to
Yep.
see what comes and
My
just
Anton comes
go
out
with
with
that one.
Paladin for sure. Let's go. Oh, DH
All right, I
is
see
right.
eyeballs
Warrior,
jumping in.
yeah, DH
Nice
versus
call,
Warrior.
Saku. Dabs does start with the Demon Hunter. Myanodon leading off with Bomb Warrior and found probably the best matchup he could for the Bomb Warrior. That is probably the only one that Demon Hunter really didn't want to face.
Yep.
This deck tries to draw through very quickly and find, its win condition as fast as possible. And Bomb Warrior just wants to put bombs in your deck. So when you draw the bombs.
Yeah, which is not
Favorite
very
for Bomb
friendly.
Warrior.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Dab's got a good start with the skull on the left-hand side.
Definitely what Demon Hunter wants to see, although you can just miss discounts and take damage.
Yep.
If the Wrench Caliber is putting those bombs in your deck before you get to play the Outcast Skull, which looks like is certainly going to happen here. We'll see if RNG will be kind to Dabs.
Both players coming in with a series record of 7-4 each, which is really impressive for a pro series. There's no slouches in the pro series at all. So to get 7-4, really good.
Absolutely solid seasons from both. What else would you expect from two championship teams? And here we
Silence.
see some interesting options off of this studies. Philosophy, Consume Magic, Sigil Runner. Philosophy is the one that you main deck, so when in doubt, good idea to just pick that one. Consume Magic too, but you don't really need it against a Bomb Warrior.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry to our viewers there. I thought for sure that. There we go. So my Anodon, you can see my Anodon's hand now. So.
All right, thrilling early game action. Both players pressing the button a whole lot. My Anodon's finally going to do the thing, though, on the next turn, playing that Wrench Caliber. And Dabs knows that he's going to be up against this Wrench soon, would really want to draw the Ooze, might be thinking about the Spectral here that he just picked up to draw two and hopefully find the Ooze. Problem is, you use that discount that you've already banked on the Outcast Skull, and that's a tough decision to make. Dabs may just want to dump some cards here.
Good idea.
Looks like the option is dump cards instead, because Skull can be played with coin on the next turn, and he's just hoping there won't be a Wrench Caliber played right here that puts a bomb in the deck to increase those chances of missing a discount. But there it is.
Hello, Wrench Caliber.
All right, Bomb Warrior plays Bomb Weapon. Hits face.
Does it go face? Here he goes.
We always go face. The only time we don't go face is if there's a taunt minion in the way. And then you just clear it with a card and go face. All right, Dab's playing the Skull, hoping to dodge the bomb, and does in fact dodge the bomb. 3 discounts banked there.
Philosophy is going
Gets to push a little damage.
Philosophy is going to be very active coming up, eh? Next turn.
Yeah, we got quite a few Moarks on Dab's side that he can create. But my Anodon just playing what Bomb Warrior wants to play on curve here. Very just picking up that Skull to the far right on 5 mana. Top decks to bomb too.
It's a good person to silence.
But yeah, that's probably the best target for Consume Magic.
Yep.
You may just want to kill the minion anyway, though, but you can use Consume Magic for cycle, because you do need to draw through your deck and find your Il'gynoth.
There's another. Draw a card.
10 cards in hand. The Spectral Sight would burn a card if it's played immediately. So Dab's presented with some, decisions to try to maneuver with this clunky hand at the moment.
You got two face. I'm trying to figure out what he's gonna do here.
Could just play the Immolation Aura.
Yeah.
Okay, and then bank that discount on the Moarg here with the Fell Screamer. My Anodon has a card in his hand that lets him keep swinging the bomb weapon and not lose its durability in upgrade if he wants to go with that. This whole hand, though, is extremely good. You could swing the weapon and play Horde Pillager to re-equip it. You could swing the weapon and not even play Horde Pillager because you just have it for next turn. And yeah, Mayan, I like this line here. Just clear the minion out. Don't take any damage unnecessarily. Get more attack power. Put another bomb in the deck. Wow, that is a lot of philosophy.
Holy moly. So
Dab's got Moargs for days. All right, lead with the chaos.
There's a big gun.
Warblade's a pretty big pickup there.
Yep, definitely play that. Philosophy to play or no? Yep.
I mean, you probably have to here.
Get 5 back, so if a bomb comes in, you're back to 13 again.
This is still just looking really rough for Dabs, and it's going to look a whole lot worse when Mayan just plays the Blastmaster Boom.
Yeah.
Swing face, play the boom.
He's only got 4
Summon a full
bombs, right?
board
Oh,
of
yeah.
bomb stuff.
Right. So swing first, get the 6 bombs, and away he goes.
He could be worried about a possible lethal with Moargs being copied.
Yep.
He doesn't know Dab's hand. Could be thinking that it's a possibility that, you know, Il'gynoth is in hand and there's some combo set up, but there's really nothing you can do about that.
No.
Really big pickup with this Fell Scream Blast. There are 2 combo pieces in hand that he would prefer to use for lethal, but he's gonna die, so he needs to heal.
He definitely needs to heal, so.
But that is a lot of Moargs and a lot of healing that they represent with the 0 mana I-Beam and the Fell Scream Blast. This is a chance to die on the spot. Unlikely, but could draw 3 straight bombs. Doesn't hit the worst low roll possible. Can breathe a sigh of relief.
Big I-Beam to the
Moarg.
face of... Yep.
I-Beam will clear up this boom. Looks like he wants to just Soul Cleave and save the Fell Scream Blast. The Fell Scream is very cheap and the most important card for the Lethal Burst combo. He does have 2 of them in the deck, but using 1 now wouldn't feel great. Yeah, just going to try to soak up a little bit of damage from the bomb first before the cleave. All in all, pretty well navigated here from Dabs. Went from 13 health to 30 and cleared a good amount of the board. But my Anadon here just has more bombs to put into the deck. Out comes Wrench Caliber number 2.
Or a hit. Oh.
We play the bomb weapon, we hit him in the face.
So how does that go again?
Hit him in the face.
Right in the face. There's a bomb. Down to 2.
I think 3 in deck
yeah.
now.
Yeah, 3 in deck.
Second Fell Scream picked up. And Dabs does have Skull outcasted after the Philosophy. I mean, you pretty much just have to hope and pray.
Yep.
If you're Dabs that you don't draw really poorly.
You're gonna have to excuse Ron and I. We both have some dry throats, so we're gonna try not to wheeze.
I think I need to get some water. All right, plays the Skull.
Double jump.
And
double jump. Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, he didn't hit any bombs off of the Skull, but that's a pretty bad Skull regardless. One of these double jumps will guaranteed draw an I-Beam. I think that is the only remaining Outcast card in the deck.
She's on 9 cards right now. You get 10 left in the deck. 3 of those are bombs. There's I-Beam.
Okay, so draws the I-Beam and just maybe
pulls off and
nope, just gonna Hero Power. So Dab's in a pretty tough spot, and for Mayan, well, you don't really need to do all that much. Just swing the weapon.
Yep.
Hit him in the face.
Right between the eyes or horns or nose, whichever way you want to do it.
So he knows that Dab's list runs an ooze. Dab still hasn't been able to draw the ooze, unfortunately for him. So I think Mayan would want to swing this weapon and not play the Horde Pillager and just hold it until, you know, he can use it for another swing. So basically every card is dead in Mayan's hand except for the Draconic Lackey. And you don't even want to be playing minions all that much. Minefield, though,
Good.
excellent play here. Good recognition of the matchup.
Oh.
Just you get more damage in, and that's a lot of damage too.
Oh,
And there's
man.
outs for a bomb off the top to end the game.
Nope.
It does not happen. Dabs is going to be pretty desperate here. I mean, how do you win if you use your Moarks for heal? Because you need the lethal combo.
Yeah.
And how do you win if you don't use your Moarks for heal? Because he just kills you with, more bomb weapon swings. He doesn't know it, but Mayan, of course, has the Horde Pillager, which means Dabs is dead on board
If he
if he
doesn't.
doesn't heal right now.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty heads up move by my Anadon there with that minefield, because it doesn't give Dabs that I-beam target to heal up even a little bit.
All right, well, Dabs is the master of philosophy here. He's got so many. Look at this 5/7 more.
They're thick.
Has been copied 3 times.
Yep. In throw mode anyway.
Yeah, and Dabs just has to take this heal. I guess Chaos to find Il'gynoth and pray that you don't draw bombs.
Yep.
Or you hold it. Either way, it looks really dire for Dabs. It's just hanging in there as much as possible. Bad matchup, though, of course. You know that Mine just wants to clear up this Moarg. I think you want a minefield first. No, maybe you want to kill your own Horde Pillager. I guess that's the idea. Just never leave any minion on the board.
Mm-hmm.
In which case you can play Draconic too, and then minefield this board as well.
Evasive
Spellkin maybe gives you things for lethal. It's not like you're playing anything else on this turn.
And
Draconid can't be targeted though, which is nice, and a taunt blocks maybe Warblade swinging again. And of course, here's the minefield. No minions allowed on the board. Dabs with 5 bombs in his 10 card deck and dead 50-50 to die on the spot. And dodges it.
Here comes the big ooze.
Ooze breaks the weapon. Dab's gonna swing and pass, right? Just pray that you draw Il'gynoth and not a bomb. Okay.
9 cards
and
left.
Yeah, Myanodon, just throw that Draconid out there, press the button. Wait for Dabs to draw a bomb. Thrilling stuff.
You can get rid of the Corsair Cache if you wanted to, because it's not doing anything anyway. There we go. That's it.
And he draws the bomb. All right, that'll be game 1.
Game 1, Myanodon.
So Bomb Warrior gets through, gets its best matchup right off the bat, and Myanodon picking up the game 1 victory, now has his Warlock and Paladin remaining to find wins, with Dab still on his full stable of Demon Hunter Warlock Warrior. And they're jumping right into game 2. Dabs comes straight back to the OTK Demon Hunter, and Mayan is looking for some scams. It's the Paladin. That's a horrible Paladin hand if I've ever seen one.
Oh.
Yep, gonna pitch the whole thing there.
Yep.
And Dabs finds a way to move Skull to Outcast fairly quickly, is on coin again. Might have the dream where he can play Skull on 4. Not super likely, but possible if he picks up Illidari Studies.
Very true, very true. So, Red Scale Dragon Tamer to draw with the shenanigans, but Nostarmu is already in the hand.
Yeah, but still would represent a decent consume magic target for Dabs regardless, just on the basis of this being a way to draw the Nozdormu. And also because consume is blocking your skull. Dab's just going to take it slow. Now maybe reconsidering. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Just make sure he doesn't have it, but he does. So
All right, and Murloc War Leader coming down. Extra pressure. Top deck draw, well, no hesitation. Dabs rips the draw immediately, but is going to be taking a good amount of damage here pretty quick.
yep, 7 damage right now. Do you bust out that the timeless? Stormer timeless?
I mean, your opponent does have a hand full of cards, so it could be dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's also what supports your game plan. With the pressure right now, Mayan, and also with no good follow-up, I think that's the most important part here, is he just doesn't have any cards that actually get the payoff from the ramp.
Yep.
And Dabs has just tons of cards in hand. So gonna need to deal with this board. A Moarg Immolation Aura will clear this up and will also enable Coin Skull for the next turn. Nicely done here to take off all the pressure and set up the card draw and discount. And now mine doesn't really have much of anything that's good. Could slam down that Nas just because it's an 8/8 and ramp, but your follow-up plays are pretty terrible. And you really don't love the idea of giving your opponent mana, so just going to throw out relatively weak board. Quick guess, what do you think Dab's going to do on this turn? Oh, there he goes.
I think he's going to do the ooze. Hold on. Oh, foiled again.
All right, hits the, oh my goodness.
Oh, got a discounted skull at that too. Nice.
Discounted skull, but more importantly, discounted the Moarg.
Yes.
Free Moargs are very, very big for what this Demon Hunter wants to do. And Myanodon, with a overall lack of significant pressure coming in here for the next multiple turns, can just, press the button, play the 4-drop. Still going to hold back on the Nas because, discounts, handful of cards. You just really don't want to ramp. Very unfortunate for Myanodon to feel like you just absolutely can't play this Nozdormu.
Yeah, for fear that he's just going to get OTK'd back. So
on the other side, one of the worst possible draws in the deck for Dabs to pick up right here with a 3-mana Outcast Skull to the right, picks up a Fell Screamer whose discount is wasted anyway on a 0-mana Moarg. This is literally just a 4-mana 4/4 with no other abilities because of what has already happened, making it just pure garbage for Dabs right now. This play, though, very nice. Will clear up the board and draw another card. Double jump draws most likely I-Beam, maybe Spectral.
I-Beam this? What's this one? Pull out?
Double jump. This one will pull the Spectral. Do you want to play it now?
No.
Maybe you want to draw 2 off of it?
You'd have 10 cards, so...
You don't really need the buff all that much, I guess, on the Moarg, and it's going to be kind of hard to move the Philosophy to Outcast anyway. So just takes the 0-mana copy now and pushes 1. And
the big fish hook
now Ooze can finally come down.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Oh, wow.
McGurgle,
more
McGurgle's brother comes out.
Hey, we're out here McGurgling.
Yep. Ron's favorite Murloc from this set.
Look at that dude.
Buff.
Burger McGurgle. What a name. All right, still just, not much pressure at all, though. There's very little attack power over and over on these boards, but Myanodon is getting a lot of chip damage in. Unfortunately for him, Dabs is holding just a whole lot of heal. All right, finds a Philosophy outcasted now.
Do you play that, or do you care?
You probably, well, you're definitely going to Ooze, and you probably just want to rip this Philosophy. You'd buff a Moarg too. Two of them. It's outcasted. If you don't play it now, it's unlikely that you get the outcast ability. You always want to copy more Moargs. But Dab's deciding there's better things to do with his mana than play this one mana philosophy right now. Or didn't want to buff it? I don't know.
Interesting play, but he knows what he's doing, so.
Well, I mean, Chaos Strike could have pulled something different. You
Right.
could try to go with a different setup. Maybe that was the thought process there. Wanted to find like a Warblades or something.
3 to the face.
So, getting very close to the lethal as well. If he can just find that Il'gynoth, which has been hiding out on him in 2 games so far. And Myanodon still, chipping away, just very, very minimal power boards.
Yeah.
But Dab's health total is getting whittled down quite a bit. I mean, I guess you could ramp now, right?
You could.
You're only going to give him 2 extra mana at this point, but 2 extra mana could, I don't know, that could also just kill you. Maybe you just can't ever play Nas. This just feels so bad for Mayan to be holding this 4 mana 8/8 that is fully useless.
Spectral Rusher. Is that coming down? Yeah. Okay. Fire,
Yep,
I should say, sorry.
just no Nas.
9 cards
Fell
left.
Scream Blast,
Yep.
that's a huge pickup.
Yep.
To play this skull for the outcast drawn discount anyway, so definitely gonna be ripping these cards.
Oh my god.
Gets a 0 Fell Scream, gets a 0 Soul Cleave, a 0 Og Merchant. Wow.
Yeah, bottom 6 cards, all the ones you're looking for. So.
I mean, really good to hit these discounts.
Yep.
And you don't need the Soul Cleave for the burst lethal, and it's pretty solid for just extra heal right now. Fell Screamer, normally you'd be thinking, oh, okay, that banks a discount, but it doesn't really do anything here except just play a 4/4, which I think is still right to add some pressure on the board. Uses the Og Merchant to clear up the minion. And this just looks disastrous for Myanodon. I don't see how he wins from this stage.
Yeah, I think he's
Dabs has taken all that chip damage and just wiped it away. And the full combo with no discounts, by the way, is double Moarg, Og Merchant, Il'gynoth, and Fell Scream Blast, which does 24. So 24 is a very crucial health breakpoint to be at. And we can see Myanodon is sitting there at 23.
Yep.
So this Il'gynoth hanging out in the bottom 6 cards. Whenever that card decides to show up, this game is over.
Not today.
Mayan thinks he's dead already. Not yet, though. We'll see. Il'gynoth?
Nope.
Not yet, but actually, that should do it.
Maybe.
Probably.
He's got 4 cards left.
He's got enough
25%
discounts that he
chance.
has the lethal if he finds the
There
Il'gynoth.
we go.
There it is.
Hello.
And that will do it. Game 2 goes to Dabs. Il'gynoth comes out. There's a Moarg. There's another Moarg. There's a Fell Scream. He can even play another Fell Scream just for kicks if he wants to. Or an I-Beam, sure, why not? Go nuts. Get crazy damage. How much is this going to be total? What's the overkill?
24.
Just an extra 17 damage.
Oh, Dabs. That's a big dab.
No big deal. All right, and the Demon Hunter picks up the victory. We are now tied up 1-1. Oh, he killed him so bad that it froze Mayan's game. I guess maybe the players might need to restart. Yep, looks like they're gonna restart.
Okay. Very good. Very good play by Dabs there, waiting. Well, he had no choice but to wait. And Myanodon just not getting the the big cards he needs, knowing that Dabs was just basically holding on to everything that's crucial. Yeah. His game is frozen. Still?
He's restarting or in the process of
Yeah.
it, I believe.
It's interesting to see if a player's screen freezes up and he doesn't know if he's dead or not until.
I told Dab that he overkilled him so hard it broke his client.
Yeah. Dabbed too
Didn't have to do him
viciously.
like that.
Yeah. Dabbed too viciously.
So we are tied up 1-1 as the players try to get back into queuing their match against each other. We see Dab said, "Sorry, anything less is too much math."
Very true,
Nice.
Dabs. Very true.
Play OTK Demon Hunter, hate math. Love to see that
Yeah,
combo.
that's right.
But he picks up the win regardless. Dabs now has his Warlock and Warrior remaining to try to find a win against Myadodon's Paladin and Warlock. We're getting closer and closer to a very solid chance of a Warlock mirror. Do these players have the exact same 30 for Zoo Warlock, I wonder?
I believe so. I can't remember offhand, so apologize.
They do not,
They don't?
actually.
Okay.
So Myanodon went with 1 Cult Neophyte, 1 Soulfire, and Dabs has gone no Soulfire, double Neophyte. We'll see if that winds up being relevant, potentially, at some of these stages of these games. And oh, they're back in.
Yep.
I see eyeballs.
Sorry, buddy. I thought you were the way you're casting. I thought you were already watching him come in. It was already. I got it on screen for everybody, so we're good.
My game was glitching a little bit too. I was jumping around on that spectator client.
Done with the Murloc adjustment stuff right now. Excuse me.
Yep, so right back on the Scam Paladin, and Dabs going in with the Zoo. We've seen this match on stream together before.
Yes, we have.
Saku. It was RoboCats getting like a turn 3 or 4 victory with Zoo, just like absolutely steamrolling.
It's called
Doesn't
crushing.
look quite as dangerous for the Paladin this time around.
Yep. We all know Zoo can basically accelerate their. Wow. Flesh Giants. 2 Flesh Giants.
Yeah, and Dabs he can have more if he wants. He could raise dead and get the 2-1 death rattle back and play it and discard giants some more.
Like, hey, what's up? Oh, looks like
Just
you might try that.
giants for days.
3 damage.
So out comes the raised dead. And we see just another Voidwalker getting played here. Giants now down to 6 mana.
Don coming out with your favorite card.
Still not really drawn what he is looking for yet.
No.
Maybe you have to pick a new fate here and hope for Allura, and that's exactly what happens.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
Mayan has a turn 6 play. Provided he doesn't draw that second tip the scales, which would be an absolute disaster for him.
That'd be okay. He'd be alright. Oh, Cult Neophyte here would be good to drop. I've seen this be very disruptive. Past matches.
I think Dabs knows that Neophyte would be the play for the
5.
next turn.
Yep.
Because Allura has been nerfed, so pre-nerf, you'd jam the Neophyte right here. Post-nerf, You know, Allura plus 1 mana spell comes down on 6, so let's delay that by a turn. Gets to play the Dark Lair, go off with Mana Cheat, discount these giants a whole lot, and there's going to be a ton of pressure hitting this board. I think Dabs maybe just coins one of these giants and calls it a turn.
Expired.
Seems good, getting 8/8 on the board.
Yep. Excuse me.
And there is the giant. Oh, well, Clown's a card you want.
Sure. Take that.
It's also crucially not the... Oh, wow.
Did not take it.
I was thinking it's not the tip the scales, so you want to have less of a chance of drawing tip, but Clown doesn't feel great when the card that you can play to corrupt it is the card that you want to play to get more clowns. So there's some logic there to just throw the clown back to try to find specifically something like the Colossus, which he just found.
Right.
And now, of course, to Myodon's chagrin,
He has to wait an extra
comes
turn.
out the Cult Neophyte. And Allura Humility is no longer able to be played, which would actually be so huge for Myodon to play to turn that 8/8 into a 1/8. Now just staring down death.
21 damage right now, currently.
And I honestly think that Neophyte being played right here is literally just a game winner.
Yep.
Because you die if you don't Humility the Giant now, right? So how do you get your Allura high roll off?
So 11.
Yeah, there's 11 on board, so
Oh,
he's not
he's
dead
got the
yet,
Mosher. Nope, he's got
from
the
what he
Mosher on there,
knows. But yeah, the Mosher will make it lethal. And
Oh.
Cult Neophyte coming in clutch. Blocks the Allura play, and Scam Paladin is getting punched in the mouth.
Proper.
That is now a 2-1 lead for Dabs, with only the Warrior remaining to find a victory. Mayan still on that Paladin and Warlock, hoping for that next win.
So Paladin versus Warrior.
And Myanodon, nothing if not stubborn, says one of these times, this Paladin's gonna get the win. I'm gonna queue it up until it does. So here we go. Let's see if it can actually find the scam this time.
Okay. I am excited, Ron.
All right. Mayan's pretty good at drawing the tip the scales, which
he seems to be,
is,
yes.
you know,
so
not what Paladin's trying to do here.
let me bring out all my big cards first and see what happens.
All right, I expect Dab should be playing this Sky Raider.
Yep.
Just decided he wanted to rope it first.
Hold
Good
on.
times.
Is this TH Lure? Let's play.
That's the patented lemur play,
Yep.
rope turn 1.
Yep. Calm down, relax. I didn't check the stats to see who's favored in this particular match. Rage or...
I don't even know anymore.
It is
Just
what it is.
the Paladin is favored if it hits its high roll and unfavored if it doesn't.
Makes sense.
And lately it's doing a whole lot of not hitting it.
This past, what, 2 games, 3 games? Yeah, nothing.
All right, so Dabs, you know, matchup-wise, the Armor Smith isn't really all that relevant to use for some kind of combo. You just want to play it on the board. Getting this out here too for some board presence. Mine picks up the Angling Rod, which is a pretty decent find right off the top here. You pretty much have to just play this card.
Yep.
Armor Smith does represent kind of a problem. So, yeah, I like this line
Tap it out.
from mine. Just kill it. Oh, big generation from the angling rod. Finding a red scale dragon tamer. So Myanodon has not been able to draw this card that he runs two of. But who needs to draw it when you can just
It
generate
just
it
automatically
instead?
comes in. Hey, that's right.
And that's the way to get the Nas online early.
Crazy nose. Not much action for Dabs this particular turn. Not damage. South Sea deckhand right now, throwing that out is just a bad thing.
Yeah, there just aren't really a whole lot of plays that Dabs can realistically do that are any good. So
Armor up.
just go face, press the button, wait. And I expect Mayan immediately plays Red Scale Dragon Tamer. Sure, swing the weapon first into this. You're always doing that. There's the Dragon Tamer. And hey, why not just generate Murlocs that we run two of in our deck anyway? Look at that. Created by Angling Rod, a Dragon Tamer, and a Crab Rider. Angling Rod RNG on point. Not quite as good as a previous one we've seen from Mayan, though, where it wound up eventually getting him a Jiraxis that won the game, but still pretty good.
Big Sword Eater in the hand.
All right, we see Dabs wants nothing to do with this Dragon Tamer possibly dying on the board. So just going to leave that alone. Does not want Mayan to draw the Nozdormu. Pretty funny that he got the Blessing of Wisdom off of the
Yeah.
Wand Maker
Yeah.
and gets to do the Broom Paladin play of draw two with Crab Rider.
That righteous cause is very nice to see.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, you run the Wand Makers for the Allura high roll, but you're holding a tip to scales. You're already on 5 mana. It's just pressure time. So Mayan goes with the just play it out, try to buff stuff. I don't know if I like that all that much as the there, because what if you actually top deck Allura?
Yep.
You could play Allura and that on turn 6, and you don't really have a great turn 6 in hand anyway. But going forward anyway, we'll see what happens. Dab still drawing cards. Sweet deckhand value. Clears up the card draw Murloc.
Yep. Very smart play, I think. Stop
Man,
the
just
craziness.
Crab Riders for days here. I think we go a new fate. It's a Crab Rider!
Oh, God. Myanodon probably
I didn't
shaking
want
his
that
fist.
Crab Rider.
Yeah,
I wanted the other Crab Rider. Nice.
Shaking his fist at the screen.
All right, so things are looking a bit dangerous here. You know, Mayan not finding the cards he needs. Dabs facing a lot of pressure, but full hand of cards and a whole lot of ways to deal with the board. Out comes Skipper, Bomb Wrangler, start clearing stuff up, generating bombs.
Ooh, nice.
Very cheap Brute coming down here.
A Brute.
And you can play it with the Shield of Honor too, if you like.
Yeah, just
Seems
thinking that.
pretty decent if you want to clear up the fishy that way. Actually, I like this line even better from Dabs. Take the full trade and then Divine Shield at the end of the turn on this Brute. It's either that or float the mana. I think I'd love to see this Brute get buffed and Divine Shielded, and he does in fact go with that.
Request is accepted.
All right, Myanodon finally found that Nas when it was a bit too late. Is offered another Murloc again. We go a new fate again. And it's an Allura, which is terrible now.
Because it has no
And that righteous cause that has a progress of 2 is feeling real awful to have been played when the play could have been Allura, righteous cause, and actually would have buffed all those Murlocs it summoned too. So Mayan very much punished for playing this righteous cause. Now can play Barov and what? There's not a lot of great options here either. Barov Spectral, I guess. Barov Nas, maybe. Spectral's probably better. It's just real awful here. Because you can't even clear up
Oh,
this Divine Shield. So 11 damage left on board.
are you gonna?
Dabs needs 13 for a kill.
Yeah, I was
If
just
he
gonna.
was if he was holding, well, no, that's 12, right?
Yep.
But I mean, maybe if you traded the bomb and hoped for it to go face. Obviously has 12 damage he can deal face next turn with the Grom Inner Rage play. Just gonna push damage as much as possible. Oh, there we go.
Excellent way to trade.
Uses this to trigger bombs.
Yep.
Gets the Sword Eater down. Yeah, I think Scam Paladin just kind of scammed itself, and Mayan is just gonna lose 3 games on this deck.
It's looking pretty rough. I don't know what his outs
Well, you
could
can
be.
play Tip the Scales, and you can play Strongman. So you get your board of Murlocs, and there's enough rushers there to clear up, what's on the board, so you don't
Get
just
buffs.
die to the board.
Yeah.
Righteous Cause, of course, gives them a buff as well. Has the board space, gets to play the Strongman, so no longer just dead to the Grom because of the taunt in the way,
But
but
our friendly Baroff
dead
and
to
Skipper.
Korkron? Yeah, dead to Korkron, right? Yep. Korkron, you interrage it, you copy it, you trade one in, you send one face, you send the weapon face, and that will do it. 3-1. Dabs picks up the win for the boys and puts them in commanding position
Wow.
in this Pro Series Finals. That is 8-1 for the boys, has the lead.
That is crazy. Congratulations to Dabs. Hopefully we can get them in here for a quick interview before we jump on to the next one. So, see
Absolutely.
do you want to message Dabs real quick while I just update the other players they can challenge up?
He says, for show.
Show it is. All right. Hello, Dabs.
You want to add him to the
In
call
right
here?
now.
Sweet.
What's going on,
All right,
Dabs?
there he is. Congratulations.
Not much. Feeling pretty good right now.
Scam Paladin, what?
Yeah, I was between banning that and Druid, so I think I got that right.
You handle business, my friend.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that neophyte was so perfect.
Oh, dude.
You don't know exactly what his hand is, but of course he was holding
I know
Allura.
enough of it, yeah. I know he's got one on his side.
He top decked Allura after he played, not immediately after, but 2 turns after spell. So on turn 7, he was holding a 5-mana Allura with no spell. And of course, the Tip the
Yikes.
Scales that had to come down on the next turn. So just everything went about as bad as possible for the Paladin. And I mean,
Yeah.
you just kind of steamrolled that deck.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Turns
part
out
of the
nerfs
reason I
matter.
left it up. Yeah. I felt like it was a weaker deck overall than Druid, so I let it through.
Yeah. Talk to us about that game 1, though. Man, immediately just ran into like the worst matchup, and Bomb Warrior
Yeah,
just did all of the things it wanted to do. Your Il'gynoth
definitely
was
did.
hiding. You're like
I
praying for no bombs.
I got kind of
Um,
close. If I had the Il'gynoth, I think there was maybe 1 or 2 turns I could have won that. He was playing pretty well to leave no minions on the board on his side. So it would have been tough either way. But if I had Il'gynoth, maybe.
yeah, I think you played to your outs in that game as well as you could. Not a very good matchup for you, but overall, it pretty much just went the way you would often expect. But if you had drawn that Ilganath and wasn't hiding out there, you might have been able to find that victory. Didn't matter. Your team is now up 8-1 or 8 points to 1 in this pro finals, with your teammates having a very solid chance to just bring it home.
Yeah, feeling good. I think we're gonna take it right now. I mean, they don't have the greatest matchup, so my match was pretty important. I think I know who is it. Shep is pretty unfavored in chicken too, so that leaves Buck with some 50-50s, and then the other two are pretty unfavored for us. So this was a pretty big series,
Pretty
I
big
think,
deal. Yep. I
for
mean,
the
you
whole
get
match.
Yeah,
two-
I mean, anytime you can take a 3-1 in the finals, you're pretty happy about it, especially when a teammate of yours has already gotten a 3-0. So
Yeah.
for the boys, sitting pretty here, just a little bit further, and you can bring home that title. We, of course, should move on to our next match to see if we might be able to crown a champ already, or if we're going to play some more games. Any
Yeah.
final words for us for the stream here, Dabs?
No, just good luck to whoever's next for the boys.
Got German Shep
Nice.
doing
Good
some
luck,
work
Shep.
for you guys. Yep. So thanks again,
All right.
Devs, for joining us, buddy.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Later, guys.
Take care. Holy moly.
All right, so
might want to give
I
Mayan
figured maybe we could spare Mayan from actually, being part of the interview. But he is our other caster for the rest of these matches, so let's see if we can get him to maybe join in on the crew.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the other guys together, so we're just waiting for Honest Abe to get their ban in, and it's still not showing up on the site yet. But let's flip this over to. Match 2 is up on the screen. So just for our viewers, we're going to have Honest Abe at the bottom of your screen with German Shep at the top of the screen.
Perfect.
Okay, Zabe submitted ban. Ban. Showing up. Did it show up for you, Ron?
I don't see it yet.
Okay. Guess we can go over the deck list real quick if you want to take a peek at those.
Absolutely. So let's see here. German Shep is on Warrior, Paladin, Mage, and Priest. Looks like a Silas OTK Warrior. The Paladin, your standard Broom Penflinger Paladin. The one of the many Hay Luzerans. We've got the Mage that is a Highlander Mage here. With some interesting inclusions. Siamat is not a common card I see included in this list, but could be interesting to see how that does. Also running a polymorph.
Oh, okay.
Not your typical Highlander mage list, but the core of it is pretty much like 26 plus cards, similar to what you mainly see with Highlander mage. And then we've got a Highlander priest that looks like the pretty standard version of Highlander priest. The two main culprits that are propelling priest to great heights right now with Mindrender Elucia and Murazad the Infinite. Zeph does his thing a little bit here and there too. DQA, sure, a little bit.
Yeah.
But those two cards are definitely what makes the priest go for German Shep. On a Zabe side, we've got a Warlock, Mage, Rogue, and Priest. And actually, Mayan Zabe's teammate has just joined the call. Sorry about the match there, bud.
Hi, Mayan.
It happens. Not my best. The Pally was struggling for sure, but let's move on. My teammates have to win here, so
Yep. Trying.
Right, we don't need
what can
to
we
need
do?
to dwell on the Paladin just
past.
scamming itself, as
The
it were.
past. The past is the past.
We're on to the next one. Mayan, what can you tell us about Zabe's deck list that he brought here before we get into the bans?
Oh wow, good question. I don't want to give too much away, but I think we're pretty overall pretty happy. I think with the matchup. So we'll see if it does play out that way. There's a lot of potential here for swings and weird, crazy stuff from both sides. So we'll see how that does play out. But definitely, with hitting that Highlander Priest, I think we expected a little bit. So having a decent lineup into
Yeah.
that.
We've
Zabe.
got, an interesting, difference in Warlock brings compared to you and Dabs. Zabe obviously trying to target the priest a little bit more by bringing the Ticketus Galakron Warlock. The Highlander Mage also doing pretty well against it. A Whirl Kick Rogue, actually secret Whirl Kick Rogue. Not Whirl Kick, just
Yep.
secret.
Yeah, so very much the on the thought process of beating priest and paladin is sort of where these decks came about, and then just the priest kind of being okay in the mirror, and then solid into the paladin. So
Yep. So we got bans in now, guys.
Kind of. Yeah. Let's see what they end up banning here.
It's a double mage ban. So double
There
mage.
you go.
So
double mage. Well, there you go. Now you're really getting it all from Pro Series Finals here. I haven't seen a double mage ban in quite some time.
And yeah, unless it's Heat Shock and the other mage basic person. Anyway, I'll just let
if you play against Heat Shock, it's generally a decent idea to ban the mage. That's true.
See if the players are ready to go.
Yeah, I trust in my team. I think we can do this. Wish I had gotten the win, but what can you do?
There are tougher holes to crawl out of than being down 8-1, namely 8-0. Would
Sure.
be the other one, but
Sure.
we've seen plenty of times where teams have pulled off reverse sweeps. In some ways, it's just like pulling off a reverse sweep in just a straight up match. You just have to do it with players instead. So more matches to be played, but still very much possible here. And with so much on the line, the players are going to be playing their hearts out.
Oh yeah, no question. I'm gonna try to be unbiased, but it's gonna be hard for me here.
My Andon just cheers out of the blue. Yeah.
It's okay. We had Fisho and Buck on the cast on Thursday when we were doing the pro semis.
Yep.
So we're used to somewhat biased casters. It'll be
biased.
fine.
All right.
It's not that bad. I mean, my boy Andon's always been a great caster, so he's never been on the other team to write them off. Unlike me, always talking bad about everybody.
Is that right?
Never on stream, just off stream.
Yeah.
It's got to keep up that nice guy reputation.
Strictly behind people's backs.
Yeah. The blankety blank guy. So, Dave is asking who to invite. So.
All right. Yep. Looks like players preparing. Interesting to note that these players, both with identical records at the moment, 10-2.
Yep.
This is a battle of the 1 seeds from players who were absolutely dominant in Pro Series this season, and should be very exciting to watch. Basically everything on the line for Zabe. If he doesn't get the win, then it's pretty much over for Popeyes.
He's gonna get the win. He's gonna get the win.
For German Shep, if he can get the win, it pretty much locks it up for the boys. So much on the line in this match.
Yeah, let's see if they're ready to get in. Any predictions on the first cues? I'm looking at some stats here. Definitely
Priest first.
You think Priest first? All right.
Yeah, for Honest Abe, yep. For German, maybe Warrior. We'll see.
Really? I think maybe the Priest is the one that you might hit the mirror, and then that's kind of just up in the air for Zabe, where everything else seems somewhat favorable. So we'll see if he maybe does go for that Priest first, maybe sneak it in. But
I'm just hoping we don't see the mirror.
That's really what I'm worried about.
We do have a Battlegrounds cast to get to like an hour from now, and the Priest Mirror could take up that entire hour on
Yep.
its own.
That whole 48 minutes of pure bliss. Oh. Just waiting for the
So-
players to.
Brace yourselves. I know both players have a tendency to rope out some turns here and there. We'll see if we actually get to it on schedule, but unfortunately, it almost certainly should mean that there won't be time for an interview as we jump right into Battlegrounds.
For some eyeballs here. So.
Yeah, just waiting around. Sure, they're taking some deep breaths, getting ready for the matchup.
Shaking some hands out, waiting for that ticker, that second clock to get right on 8 p.m.
That's right. Well, while we wait for them to queue up, I'm going to run and get some water really quick, so
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought you were gonna
keep.
do the commercial, Ron.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that something?
I'll be right back, guys.
Has all this time cast and didn't even go run and get a glass of water.
Yeah, unbelievable. Doesn't have the water ready and prepared.
Nope. Poor castering, if that's a word.
Yeah, that it is now. You heard it here first. Poor castering.
Poor castering. Castering prep, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
So
So
Just some-
still no eyeballs, but
no, I see the players are chit-chatting. As you see my format now, my with regards to the players, I got both players are chatting in the group. So German Shep is
Oh.
just getting 60 seconds together to they forfeited round 8 of an open.
oh, good. Well, priorities, right?
Wait, what?
Gotta play the THL match.
Yep.
More important.
Shep was
Stakes
in
are
round 8
higher.
of an open,
Yeah.
and he forfeited?
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh,
No.
wow.
That's the confidence. Just confident you'll make it to
That
further on the next one.
wow. That is a rough scheduling conflict. Oh, man.
I'm sure they didn't think they were gonna make it that far. Maybe, who knows?
Oh, that is brutal.
So, a few more seconds here, folks. Well, German Shep gets their proverbial shite together. So,
Well, if that isn't commitment, I don't know what is.
super commitment right there, dude.
Super commitment.
Can you play?
Oh yeah, now I can. Do you have the decks on the screen? What are we looking at right now? What's everybody watching while we're waiting here?
We're watching. Just,
We've got the deck lists on the screen, I believe, right?
now we do. If you guys want to chit chat about it, sure.
Yeah, while we wait, why not?
Yeah, the bands are in, right? What are the bands again?
Both
Mages.
Mage. Yep.
That's right. Double mage.
Mages are
Amazing.
banned.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed. Looking at these priest lists, anything stand out? They look pretty similar. I'm going down the list. No Galakron in Zabes. Shep does run Galakron.
That could be pretty relevant, specifically if we do see the mirror.
Yeah, could always steal it with the Lucia.
True.
I don't know that you wait that long for that to work. It would have to be
I guess
You just thought steal
top
the
deck, but-
Galakron.
that's right.
We
Yeah.
have some eyeballs, guys. So
Oh,
Ooh,
no more
exciting.
speculation.
Nope.
Who are we spectating first?
Honest
Zaku?
Save is going to be on the first to spectate, fella.
All right. I like to keep things all
So we
kosher
got
here,
German Shep with Paladin and Warlock for Honest Save.
All right, so starting off with this Paladin, hitting the Warlock. So far on the start has the Attendant and the Crab Rider, two pretty powerful minions there early on, especially in combination with that Hand of a Doll. We'll see if it will be enough here. Zabe on the other side with two Invokes as well as just some early minions to contest these.
Yeah, so pretty decent looking opening hand for Shep, although this is a matchup that is a bit more Warlock favored.
Yeah, we'll see. Now comes the option. I think gonna go for the life tap. Has 3 invokes down hand as well as the Crocs, so we could see a pretty early Galakrond this game potentially.
Especially if Zabe can find that Ticketus before turn 7. Or on turn 7. All right.
By turn 7, yeah. So now for Shep, can play this Crab Rider, has the Hand of Vidal to come with that next turn. Could use the coin if they want to use this Libram as well. Would allow for a nice clean clear of the Armor Vendor without having to take too much damage on the Crab Rider.
I mean,
yeah,
you just
do
have
this.
this is like the softball, like, this is what you do as Paladin if you have it. Hand of Vidal on 2 to play on Aldor Attendant from 1? Yeah, we go for it.
Yeah, now Zabe just saying, okay, you're going to do that. I picked up the Plague of Flames. I'm not worried about how wide you go here. I'm going to be able to answer it. So go ahead, go tall. I'll have the minions to contest.
All right, and Shep kind of having a perfect curve so far. Salad's Pride also, I mean, if you're just playing 1, 2, 3, ideally as Paladin, especially on coin, you would want to play Aldor on 1, Hand on 2, Pride on 3, and hopefully coin Truth Seeker on 4. It's the only one missing from this perfect curve so far.
Don't
But
you
Crab
put that
Rider
juju into existence.
Crab Rider goes ahead and clears up a little bit of the minions on board, especially the higher threat one, gets to buff and push more damage.
Oh, wow,
Also
and that
very
will
effective
be
use of
all
mana.
of the invoke you could possibly ever want for Zabe here.
Yeah, wow. Zabe just invoking like crazy.
No Galakrond just yet.
And this 4/6 really can't be dealt with without a Plague of Flames, which Zabe would not want to use. So just gonna push 2, leave it alone.
Yeah, I think that might just be the case. Just saying, I don't care about this one minion right now. I know that you want to play some stuff next turn. If you just keep waiting on this 4/6, I'm gonna have the shield next turn and just keep pushing these invokes and just chipping away at your health. I don't really care about my health total right now. Looks like with that picked up, a couple of different options open up here for Shep.
I didn't see the True Seeker off the top. Mine would have been mad.
Wouldn't have been that
But
bad. It wouldn't have been the end of the world.
you know, Pupil not a bad option here with the discounts on it already, just to throw down a 4-mana 4/5 Divine Shield taunt. You are facing a wide board, and you know any realistic threat might just have to get dealt with the Plague of Flames, so could encourage playing a Pride, maybe the Broom as well, just to draw more.
Let me think.
Yeah, interesting options here. Could also use the coin in the broom. Does allow you to clear off 3 minions, and then I guess you're only leaving up 2 on your side and 2 on the other side. So it doesn't really play around the Plague of Flames. So, but is there really a way to do that here? If you want to play this Devout People, I think you're just saying if you have the Plague, you have the Plague.
Yeah, I think with the board this wide, you really can't ever pay attention to the invoked minions. Like, just trying to clear them up wastes damage, so Shep just kind of wisely pushing more face. And we see if Zabe wants to play on curve, Shield of Galakrond means, you know, this 4/5 is still kind of awkward. You'd have to trade everything to clear it.
Yeah, it would be very awkward. Not that appealing to play this Plague here, though, either.
Yeah, but if you Plague, what else do you do?
Tap and play a
You'd
Spirit
have
Jailer,
to,
I
yeah, you'd
guess.
have to
Yeah.
tap first, then Plague, then Jailer, and none of it feels great. Maybe it is. Goodbye board, make a new board. Leave up the 4/6. I think that looks to be
This trade
play
is
Zabe
looking like
here.
it might just be the Shield of Galakrond here, though.
maybe you just shield and don't even clear up the 4/5.
Yeah, also an option here. The shield kind of protects your health total to have to double trade with the current board into the 5 health anyway.
Could get punished even more by an aggressive use of Libram of Justice, though. Libram wreck your board. So decides, it's safer to just take that 4 damage off the board, removing some of the punish from, playing it slower.
Yeah, absolutely. And now a second broom picked up for German Shep. That's going to make that Salhet slightly less powerful in the long run. We've got, what are we looking at? We have 2
Pride
Penflingers
draws
left.
double Penflinger and Pride.
Pride, yeah. So second Pride would probably more than likely be dead, or only draw 1, depending on how things play out here.
Just double checking to make sure I didn't miss Braggart. There is no Braggart.
No Braggart. So those are 2 out of the 5 minions there.
There is a Vol'jin, though. Vol'jin and everything.
Yeah. Vol'jin could certainly be a decent answer for at least the Ticketus, if we do see that arrive at some point. Not a guarantee by any means, but
the stylish way to burn all your cards. Vol'jin their Ticketus and then let them Ticketus you again.
I meant the other way. You Vol'jin a minion into the Ticketus that you don't get
I
the
figured.
but yeah, that is
That's
one way to remove your whole board, or your whole deck. I mean, now for Zabe, again, sort of just waiting and waiting on removing this here. Libram of Justice played out last turn, just to clear off the Shield of Galakrond. Could see another one come down. Maybe this Kartut just to use the mana efficiently, and you can save your shield for a Plague turn if you need it.
Yeah, there's some tough choices here as well. Like you might even want to just push 2 Plague and Shield because it also corrupts the Cascading.
Yeah. Does use
you don't
your,
love
your
that
one
this
Plague of Flames though.
Yeah. This attendant just keeps smacking face over and over for 4. Going with the Kronks though, just gets that Galakrond drawn. Obviously has almost all the invokes, so this Galakrond can be huge very soon, and corrupts the Cascading along with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it looks like Shep just going on the same Smork path we've sort of seen.
Shep knows only one speed, and it's pedal to the metal, go face.
It's definitely starting to chip away here. We do have that defensive card Tut available, and that Shield of Galakrond, which could protect from some damage for another turn.
Yeah, unfortunately for Shep, though, this is looking pretty awkward. At what point do you say I just have to throw out this Pride and try to clear stuff up? The Barov almost certainly just being held back with the Broom for a built-in board clear whenever it's needed.
Yeah, I think Shep
Crab
maybe
Rider's
even looking
fine
at,
too, maybe?
playing everything besides that second Broom and the Barov here.
I mean, maybe you ignore the Kronks and you just, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Looks like that is going to be the play here.
And max face damage gets that extra 1 attack in too.
Interesting turn here for Zabe. Could full clear the board if we're under that kind of threat. Could just clear off some of it, play some taunts. We got Kartut and Shield, both options for taunts. You can Plague with one of those, or Plague after a trade. Remove most of the board, then play one of the taunts. Cascading Disaster also can full clear here, but then you don't get a taunt down. I mean, how scared of you are dying, though? I think the real concern is really you just want to play the shield this turn if you can. So I kind of as weird as it is, maybe you do go for a trade play, or you don't even need to plague if you trade into 4/6 maybe. I don't know. Interesting. So it does look like we're going to hold back on that shield, just get the most stats on the board, get the taunt down.
Yeah, with all the damage that Shep has been able to just
Wow, and there's that
continually throw
second
in.
Sal heads too, so we only have those 2 pen flingers left. So this Sal head will draw them, but that is all of the 1 health minions.
Yeah, the
in
other
deck here.
Pride in hand, of course, is purely useless now. But Shep finally found the Flingers and has the Libram Wisdom in hand as well. Can start just turning these pen flingers into consistent, sustained damage turn after turn. But Zabe with a little bit of healing and armor gain.
Let me think.
Yeah, with these flingers can remove pretty much the whole board here, right? Yeah, you can do all of it.
Move quickly.
See, maybe could see this this Murloc go face here for 4. I could imagine.
I expect that's what's happening, and
Yeah.
we just use the coin to get the flinger back.
Then do you just play the 3/1 Pride? Is it even worth it?
Yeah, you might as well.
Sure.
It's just
Just
3 power on
something
the board that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, and
I mean,
back
the
to
1/3
13
can just eat it on its own, but seems fine from
Zabe,
Shep's side of
and
things.
that is quite a nice pickup there. Does not have to use a Plague of Flames on these 2 minions. Can trade in the 1/3 into the 2/3 and play that Dark Skies into the shield here. Fully invoke your Galakron and set up for next turn, as well as oh, that Cascading Disaster is already fully invoked, so or fully corrupted. Excuse me.
True.
Looks like we're tapping actually here instead.
Just trying to find Ticketus.
Yeah.
Maybe he could pick up was also a consideration there.
Looks like Shielded Galakron will be played here.
There are armor vendors that Zabe may be trying to find as well. But finally has a fully invoked Galakron. Leaving up this Crab Rider could be dangerous, but at the same time, it shuts off the Penflinger's ability to continually get more and more charges in unless the Crab Rider dies, meaning
Sure,
it
we
blocks
did.
some
We
face damage.
did. Yeah, it definitely does. We did pick up that Blessing of Wisdom, which may help. It looks like we're looking to maybe get lethal this turn. We've got 4 damage with the Crab Rider. If we play the Bear up now, so change of plan here actually.
I'd be really optimistic about that Blessing of Wisdom, I think, to try to go for the maybe I get lethal here line.
Yeah, so now with this,
way, I mean, do you want, okay, gonna use a broom. I like this move from Shep here. Still try to make sure
take
you
some more
squeeze
face
in that
damage in.
damage.
Yeah.
Push as much face as possible. Get the draws.
Wow.
Does he get this Hand of Doll off at the end of the
Looks
turn? He
like it.
does. What a pickup. Gets the extra damage in, gets the extra draw. There's that True Seeker he's been waiting on all game. And, I mean, do you have to just push 2 Plague and Galakron?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I think maybe holding off a little too long on. I think last turn maybe could have seen that Dark Skies come down instead into the taunt to just really deal with this Crab Rider that's been bugging us. But getting the tap in, really looking for that Ticketus, it seems. Not finding it though. We have both Veiled Worshippers to try to draw into it after a Galakron turn, but then we've already used our 7 cost. Do have Sociologist and I believe Nether in there as well to corrupt it. So not the last card, but definitely would like to pick it up before that.
Yeah, these draws have just been going very poorly for Zabe. I don't see another play though, except for Plague and Galacrond. So I expect that happens here.
I think that is exactly what we're going to see here. See what the Galacron does result in.
And knows that this represents a minimum of 4 damage incoming.
Wow,
from
and some
Pen
big
Flingers.
minions. No taunts or anything, but no really direct damage beyond the Flingers, and too high health for the Flingers to do it.
Shep can finally make this Libram of +1/+1 free by playing the True Seeker if he chooses to on this turn. Although very, very dangerous board he's facing down. May just be compelled to go Barov Broom. And then, of course, you can close out the turn with the True Seeker if you like.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at you can do the Truth Seeker into the Libram of Justice, right? And that would be 7 mana. Then you have the 2 Flingers plus the Libram of Wisdom to remove 2 minions off the other side of the board at least.
True.
Instead,
You
just
could
go for the
go,
Barrow.
yeah. You could split the difference a little bit, but with a 5 attack weapon up, I think Shep just wants to play it a little bit more conservative here. Make sure the entire board is dealt with. This Barov and Broom has been sitting in hand for so long. There's really not much of an opportunity to use this outside of this specific board. Goes to the True Seeker, probably going to hold back this Libram for
Yeah, I
Pen Flinger
think
charges, and
Dark
does.
Skies will deal with this, right? That'll be 6 damage, so. Can Dark Skies first into this Veiled Worshipper. See what you get. Cascading Disaster could come down. No, yeah, I think Dark Skies is just a better option here.
Cascading being more expensive and, no real payoff to get it played without having, a Yasharaj that you'd want to play or anything.
Yeah,
Seems
still
like the play.
no ticket is found, but can just build a board here with the hero power.
Absolutely brutal draws for Zabe here. Has 2 frags in deck, still has both of the armor vendors, right? We haven't seen one?
I think we saw one at the very beginning.
Okay.
So
I
there's
think you're
one
right. Yeah,
left,
I think we did. So there's 1 armor vendor
2
remaining.
soul fragments.
2 frags in deck, so still another jailer in deck, militia.
There's that Vol'jin. Could be pretty powerful into this hand. Does not hit a Ticketus, but would hit potentially a big draw, or the Invoke, I guess, less powerful. But
Yeah, I think Zabe would be thrilled if Vol'jin came down on a Maniac. And if it hits Veiled, it's just a disaster. But I don't know if that's realistically the play that Shep would want to make here, playing that Vol'jin. It'd be just kind of YOLO high roll, let me try to hit the ticket, because he's found it now, finally.
yeah, that would definitely be oh, they finally have it. Maybe this could, and that's not even that good because you're giving them an 8/8 on the board. And, yeah,
and you're
not,
at 13
not the
health.
ideal play.
Yeah, this is definitely the play I was thinking we'd make if you're Shep. Just send some Mind Shield taunt.
And just everything face here. Just
More
trying to get the
Flingers
damage
face,
over
bouncing back.
the next couple turns. Plague of Death can deal with this pretty nicely. Or that Cascading. If you want to utilize
Yeah, I guess
that
you want a
mana.
Cascading and push damage.
Yeah.
Actually, do you ever try to just put more frags in deck before you draw with Veiled too?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
certainly
Soul
a
Cheer's kind of
concern.
pointless. Maybe you play Jailer, Jailer Cascading Veiled.
Yeah, I think Jailer I like better than the Soul Shear, like you said. It's pointless here, and you can get the same amount of fragments in the deck with just the Spirit Jailer, with everything else you want to do anyway.
Without the
So
Jailer draw, I'd probably
maybe you would
realistically
have ripped
be
the Shear.
spending some time on thinking about play Shear. But yeah, Jailer first. Oh yeah, okay. You can
you have
play
the
Jailer
room,
first
so
and then Veiled. You don't have to Cascading first.
Exactly. There is a key Soul Fragment draw there. Could be pretty crucial. Finally finding the Ticketus as well.
It's got to
Imagine
be
the
cascading.
cascading comes down into the attacks. Hold on to the weapon attack, I would guess, still.
You don't really need to ever worry about weapon destruction.
Yep.
So you can swing the first one as soon as you play it, but the second one gets held pretty much just for lethal or some kind of key removal.
Yeah, now on the other side, does have that second Libram of Justice to clear up some of this.
Wow, is Shep one off lethal?
Penflinger, 1, 2. We're at 8 health, so there's not enough mana, right?
Well, I mean, if Shep had one more spell, it would be over. Right? Two
we have
flingers
10,
go
2
face, you'd
flingers,
play a
2
Libram, you'd two
Libram
flingers
is
again,
3
you'd play the other
damage.
Libram, you'd two
3, 4,
flingers
5.
again, and then you'd send the weapon swing in.
6,
That's
7.
7 total.
Yeah,
And Zabe
7.
hanging out at 8 health. So that frag draw, incredibly massive right here at this point,
Oh, yeah.
making the difference between winning and losing. At least for this turn. But Zabe pretty much needs to get the win next turn.
Let me think.
Or find more heal, or this is going to be over.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
Yeah, just the Penflinger is doing so much damage.
And we should just be seeing the Libram wrecking the board here. Yeah, Shep loves to just rope these turns and play a ton of cards right at the end of the rope and somehow get them all off. It's his trademark. You see the rope's already burned out, the turn is over, and here are Penflingers getting played and getting bounced. Well navigated.
Yeah, down to 5 now. There's one Soul Fragment. That's going to be crucial here. There's a second one. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Zabe.
Wow, big draws for Zabe here. I mean, after drawing so horribly for so long, finally finds what he's looking for. And, I mean, I don't know, do you just have to rip the twisting, though?
Yeah,
Just
is
to
it the
corrupt
twisting to get the
Ticketus?
Ticketus online here? Could certainly be an option.
You know it's minimum
Plague.
5 damage incoming if you do that.
Yeah. You can rip a Plague and then, maybe build a nicer board here. If you go 3 attacks in plus Soul Shear, double Spirits, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess you don't need that much, but you could double trade Soul Shear, School Spirits, something.
If you don't play twisting now, I think you probably concede to you're never getting Ticketus out.
Yeah, I don't think Ticketus is going to be at
So-
this game, and if you do
Yeah.
get it out, it's going to be to, I think just
Well, I mean,
as
for all
an
you
8/8,
know,
right?
for all you know, Ticketus can burn away the Liadrin because you know for sure 3 of the cards on hand, and there's 1 card you don't know if you're Zabe.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think if you wait on that though, you probably are asking to die that turn though, right? Because
But
you're guaranteed the double Penflinger next turn into the Libram of Wisdom. I guess that's not enough. It's only 2 damage.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, there aren't very many good lines for the Warlock
Yeah.
to take here because you've just been pressured so much so fast, and you just need to draw frags. That's basically it, is draw frags and pray that they don't have enough. But with 7 cards remaining in deck for Shep, at the same time, it felt like you kind of had to get the Ticketus because otherwise, how do you win? This is a very interesting match here as we... Oh, the mystery winner.
There's something great inside.
Eye for an eye. An interesting pickup could be just devastating here. Are we down to 1? How far are we? No, we're down to 3.
I didn't
right
want to
now,
do the
right?
math whether or not it was lethal, but mystery winner
We're
was
down to 2.
insane.
Oh no, yeah, no, wait, is that lethal?
Yeah, it's lethal if he gets it
Yeah.
all off. Yeah, I was thinking
I
just
thought we
needed
were
one
off,
more
but
spell.
yeah. That
Shep
is
miss it?
insane. No.
Oh, he got it in.
Oh, no, just gonna
Oh,
get
he
it
said
off
it wouldn't
of
let him
the
flick
eye
it.
for an eye.
But there's eye for an eye anyway. Oh,
Yeah, but we got the heal.
and Zay picks up the frag off.
I don't know if that's enough, but
So now Zabe is 3 off, but can also lock out a bunch of additional damage from Shep because the Penflinger is left on the board.
Yeah, could go start, I guess, just chipping these away face. I don't know. How do you navigate this one? It looks like gonna just go for the trade here first, see what it is. Recognizes.
Yeah, Shep is saying that he was spamming the click and trying to get it, and the game client just would
Just out of
not let
time.
him get the Penflinger to go. Is upset, to say the least.
What if?
Well, very
And
close one there. I
I mean,
don't know that
still,
it
how do
might.
you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough here because just the flinger and the eye for an eye need to like double trade here and not get damage from the eye for an eye. I don't know. This seems like it's just game anyway.
Yeah, so like you have to trade the 1/1s in.
Yeah, that's
I
just
guess
it.
yeah. There's just no
The
chance.
weapon plus the pen flinger. Yeah, needed to not go face there and recognize the eye for an eye and hope that soul fragments will be enough, and there won't be. Actually, it's just not enough because you get the Libram back, right? And then you can just flinger, Libram, flinger here and use your weapon. So yeah, that was very close one there, but the Paladin getting through that is going to be a big problem there, I think, for Zabe, one of the targets of the lineup. Just being aggressive out there, and Zabe kind of getting unlucky with some of those draws, not finding a lot of that power early on, and the Flingers just calling him a loser all game. It's just unfair.
Yep, just constant hey loser, and you know the draws weren't great for Shep either. Didn't actually get the full discounts until
Yeah,
pretty
I
late
mean
in the
the
game.
first card, the first playing 1-2-3 with those 1-2-3, that was pretty big. Getting all
But
that
the
damage
leadoff,
early.
yeah,
The leadoff
absolutely.
was
There was
huge. The
there was
draws
an
were not
Aldor attendant
ideal,
that was
but
pushing face for a ton of damage that
oh yeah,
stuck on the board on turn 1 and got removed, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 turns later.
yeah, absolutely. So of interesting game. Definitely not, I think, how that matchup normally plays out, but certainly one of the ways you can see that happen. And we'll see. What do you think the players bring for this next one? With that Paladin out of the way.
Well, Paladin being gone does remove one of the better matchups for Zabe, unfortunately, for that Warlock. But still, you know, facing off against a Priest and a Warrior, both pretty slow decks. Yeah, realistically, you could just go right back on the Warlock. And for Shep, I don't know, maybe just you really don't want to run the Priest into the Warlock if you can avoid it. So if you expect Warlock is coming back, maybe Warrior's a slightly better matchup, so you try to queue the Warrior here.
Yeah, no, I could see that. If you think the Warlock's coming back down, I think the Priest could definitely struggle into that one. So
And Shep is gonna spend maybe a little bit of time thinking about his choice and a little bit of time just trying to recenter himself from getting triggered from missing the lethal with the pen flinger that would not fling before Zabe
the
got the
fling that
concede.
would
So
not fling.
despite the victory, still a little rattled from that. I think needed a quick breather before he queues up the next game. So it might be just a bit longer before these players jump into match number 2.
All
But
right.
we
Well,
see what that 1-0 lead, and you know, is there any reasoning for maybe not going Warlock again for Zabe? You think?
like you said, maybe that Silas Warrior is a little bit better than that Priest into it. Maybe you expect that, so you bring in your Priest, but you do risk running into their Priest, and then you're stuck in the Priest mirror. So it's
Oh
kind of, I
God,
think, some
please
of those
no.
mind games.
Yeah, I do actually really like the idea of going Priest here from Zabe, just like thinking mind games within mind games. And oh, he thinks I'll go Warlock and he doesn't want to bring the Priest into it, so he'll go Warrior. So I'll go Priest to beat the Warrior. And you just go round and round in the levels of psychology.
There's a little bit of a delay just because Shep needed to get quick drink of water. So he did a Ron Mexico on us. So
Yeah, what is going
Hey.
on? Everyone's just parched tonight.
they're going into it right now, guys.
All right, here we go. Let's see what the players decide to queue up. We've got Warlock versus Priest.
So here comes that priest from Shep we were talking about. Dodge the priest mirror, so Zabe maybe making the right read.
I'm
not
so
bringing the
glad
warrior
Zabe
or the
decided
priest
against
here.
going Priest here. Oh, man. No disrespect to your teammate here, Mayan, but I'm kind of by default rooting for the first Priest that I see so that the
Yeah, I can
chances of a
understand
Priest
that.
mirror
I
is the
can
Priest.
understand that. I think the Warlock is usually favored here, but we'll see how that does play out. We did see the usually Warlock favored matchup not go the Warlock's way last game, so certainly can go either way here. All right, both players just deciding what they really want in their hands here. Shep going for the full mull. Zabe keeping one of those invokes as well as that turn 1 play in the armor vendor.
See a 1-mana card, play a 1-mana card. All right, heel face Shep. Oh, no heel face, no emote. Shep
No
is serious
heel
today.
face. Yeah, Shep very serious tonight. Another Vol'jin in this list as well.
All right, Mind Flayer coming down. Just a solid tempo card. Doesn't really matter about the death rattle. Although, I mean, at least you get something.
Yeah, definitely not too upset about getting something.
And Zabe, got some curve focus plays here. Can go Coin Maniac into Maniac. Pretty decent. Gets to clear up this 3/3.
Lightly used armor.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to get out of hand for the priest. Doesn't play too many minions on the priest side, so not a bad idea to remove the ones you do see. All right, gonna just use the heal here, holding on to that Pyro Apotheosis combo, I would imagine.
Yeah, and we see an Insta Maniac from Zabe here to clear this up. Oh, solid top deck from Shep with an Ogremancer right on turn 5. Looks like he wants to Vol'jin though. YOLO, we always hit the tick is the play, I guess. There's no Ticketus in Zabe's hand though, and could backfire tremendously with the Yasharaj. Well, in some ways.
All right, interesting result there. Ogremancer could definitely be a little bit annoying here. Has the cascading. What's the order on that? I wonder. I don't know that I guess it would be the taunt first, right?
It summons the moment
First.
you play a spell. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely
So
awkward
this
here.
is
Could go for the 50-50.
It's a 50-50 cascading. Gonna be a brutal outcome if it hits the 2/2. We'll see where it goes.
Hit the big important Ogremancer there.
Yeah, Zabe
Big
snipes
50-50.
that Ogremancer. Gets to clear up the board, push a little damage. Shep now picking up a Zephyrus off the top. And, not really a whole lot to do, but not under a lot of pressure, and just holding a lot of defensive pieces. I guess you could try to play the Zeph anyway here. Thinking that maybe you could throw it into your death pool as a 2 in, or 1 Zeph and 3 dead cards. It should get a possibility of 2 back from Raise Dead. Hard pass instead.
Yeah, not a bad option there, but does choose to just pass and just hold off for now.
Can always go Zeph for the 7/8 taunt and Vol'jin it. Oh, well, has other minions in hand and that could pull those instead, not feel great. But Zeph Vol'jin is just a fun play.
It definitely is a fun play.
Not exactly a great play here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the play for this turn, but something to keep in mind maybe later on.
Unfortunately for Shep, there really aren't any plays that are actually all that good feeling because both players aren't doing a whole lot. Zabe is just drawing Defiant Tick and Corrupt it, and Shep is just, kind of waiting around to clear boards.
I wonder.
Yeah, a lot of waiting around in this matchup for sure. Just going to come down to who finds what they want first. Both players kind of still waiting around, like you said. Vol'jin hovered here. Gonna go for something, it looks like.
What is in
Just
these
saying,
words?
I'm gonna... Huh.
There's some big payoffs from Vol'jin, so Shep just trying to get the greed play, see if he can pull a
What do
Ticketus
we
out.
hit? Hits the Soul Geologist, a pretty good pickup. That's one of the few ways to corrupt, especially with this pickup here.
And the ticket is off the top, and Vol'jin pulled the card that could corrupt it. That's a bit rough.
Yeah, I mean, would
for
have been a
Zabe.
5/5 anyway. We have no Soul Fragments in the deck right now, so I mean, technically we got the free 7-mana 5/5 if we were going to play it this turn just for the corrupt. We have the Twisting Nether next turn if we want to corrupt as well, so certainly not the worst result, but would have definitely liked to have been able to play that naturally and corrupt the Ticketus there off the top.
Yeah, but this is totally fine for Zabe. There's also
Oh, and there's the Lucia though.
oh,
Going into 9 mana does mean that if the Ticketus is corrupted now, could just steal it and play it in one turn.
well, you'd only want to play Elucia and play the uncorrupted Ticketus, because once you flip decks, if you steal a corrupted tick and you play it, you're still just burning your own deck because it's gonna flip
Right,
back.
right. Yeah, very
So
true.
Ticketus being corrupted is pretty crucial for Zabe. Now it means that there is no way for Elucia to really be all that bad for him. Out comes a Raise Dead. There's another Vol'jin. Just
Yeah.
when I was about to say that Zabe can
It could
kind of feel
happen.
safe, that I could just rip this Twisting and corrupt the Ticketus, and then everything's fine. Because Vol'jin's already used, so he doesn't really have to it. And there's counterplay. Oh, this is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, this
And
is
honestly,
gonna be very interesting.
the other minion is Yashiraj, and Zabe would be miserable if that gets pulled from Vol'jin as well. And you don't play Twisting if you don't have Ticketus in hand. So this is the signal that it's time to play Vol'jin again if Zabe rips this Twisting.
Yeah, would have to, if the Twisting is played though, and you trade in the 3/1, there's no minion to Vol'jin, so you kind of play around that, right? You could have gone for the Twisting if you trade in your Kartut first. You don't have that any minion on the board for them to Vol'jin.
True. I think that was absolutely the play there. Was because I mean, as far as I know in this matchup, you just want to get Ticketus as early as possible.
Yeah, especially with the
And that could have
Asharj in the
been
hand too, right?
turn 8 Twisting, turn 9 Ticketus, turn 10 Yashiraj for more Ticketus and just burn all the deck. But Zabe going for draw instead. And now with Ticketus not being corrupted, this means that Shep can, in fact, play the Elucia and steal a non-corrupted tick and play it. And burn his own deck, which would be Zabe's deck in this instance. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So mega punish for Zabe for not playing the Twisting on turn 8 here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like
This
Shep
is
is
brutal.
considering it here. Would have to have the read that the Ticketus is there. Did just see a bunch of draw. Could whiff though. You know, didn't see any corrupt come out there before. You would think that the corrupt would happen if the Ticketus is in there, so maybe not feeling comfortable about that read.
Yeah, definitely considering it, and like you saw, it was just immediately moused over. It's turn 9. I'm gonna Alusha. I'm gonna take the Ticketus. I'm gonna burn his deck, and then what if it's not there though? And now Shep going into the tank.
Nope, and Chain just continuing on
There
course
he
here.
does. It's the Alusha. He sees the Ticketus in hand. He gets from
Wow,
Zabe's
that's
deck
big.
and deny the Ticketus from ever burning
What
his
is
own.
removed here? Shield, Kobold, Soul Shear, School Spirits, Soul Fragment. Okay, not the worst results there. Could take the Galakron away and the Zephyrus here, but I guess you don't really want to give them anything with the Zephyrus if you can't play it.
I mean, you
Could bulge in
Galakron
the
Zep
8/8
and try to take the zero
and
mana
get your
thing.
Ticketus back. I don't know. In hand? I don't know. Could bulge
That-
in your own Ticketus into your own hand.
I guess maybe that's
You
the
could hit
move.
the Yasharj though, which is probably pretty sad.
I think it has to be Vol'jin on the Ticketus. Oh, shenanigans. Full shenanigans
back!
happening here.
That's mine.
There we go. It's happening.
It's happening. Hits the Kronks. I think probably a pretty comfortable result there.
Yeah, you could just Zephyrus and Shadow Word Death the Kronks. That seems
Yeah.
fine.
Seems pretty good. Gets rid of the Zeph here.
Your wish is my suggestion.
What a crazy game we are watching, Mayan.
Yeah, this is.
I don't even know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. Leaving up the Elucia, some more Vol'jin shenanigans could happen. I don't think we have another way to find one, but here we go.
Man.
And the ticket is back in the hand for Zabe, saying, "You know what? You can have the first one. I'll do the next two. Don't worry about it."
Oh, wow.
The Vol'jin, the second Vol'jin, actually, we thought maybe could be pretty cheeky and could find that Ticketus. Instead, allows Zabe to return the Ticketus.
Yeah,
Does
actually,
burn 5 cards, but
yeah, like I thought when we saw that, I was like, okay, that's actually a play here that can completely devastate things, and Shep is going to be really happy to have that Vol'jin. And as it turned out, hated having the Vol'jin. What a turn of events.
yeah, what a wacky situation. Did leave some of those power cards, but Zabe will know what's in the hand now, has awareness of all of those cards besides that death we picked up here.
Yeah, maybe he was roping to just grab that screenshot real quick and refer back to it. What's his hand again?
Insight coming in, finding the Lazul.
Oh my god.
Another
Lazul can get a
Ticketus.
Ticketus.
There we
It
go.
gets a
Everyone's getting Ticketus. It gets
gotta
corrupted
be kidding me.
instantly with the
You
Galakron.
gotta be kidding me.
Everyone's deck's just gone. Well, actually, just Zabe's first. We'll see. This Galakron's still in the bottom 8 here as well, so very good chance that it gets removed.
Yeah. I think this is just going to go the way that Zabe's deck is going to burn out so much faster than Shep's. And still doesn't have a corrupted Ticketus, so you kind of need to just corrupt it.
Yeah, it might just be time. You've seen all of the shenanigans so far.
Ahead on board, which feels bad to remove your own board,
Yeah.
can push 11. But if you don't play the twisting, then you're just ticketing, ticketing. Man, that's one I'm not going to try to say again.
Yeah.
Even later, and you just really don't want to do that.
Yeah, it looks like we are just going to continue holding off here, though.
You definitely
those
wouldn't make those trades and then twisting nethers, so this is not a nether play from Zabe.
Yeah, could just go. Does have the double corrupt here, so has enough to get a fully corrupted Galakron if it's not removed here.
We can tap then? So close to fatigue, certainly isn't expecting that the Ticketus was taken and immediately corrupted. But he's going to get the bad news right here. Shep is just going to rip this Ticketus and put Zabe down to 3 cards in deck.
Yeah, let's see what else might happen this turn. I think just thinking out the rest of the turn.
I mean,
Does
Pyro
have-
Wave Ticketus maybe.
Yeah, Pyro Wave removes quite a lot of the
Pyro
board.
Death Ticketus. You get Pyro Death
the
the
5/3.
Veiled, you
Sure.
kill everything and leave behind a 3/2 as the only minion on board, and then you play Ticketus here.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
I
that
like
is
Death
what
the
we're going
best.
to do here. There it is. Priest playing 2 Ticketuses before Zabe is able to play 1, and the Galakron
And
is
it burns the Gala.
Yeah, the very last card burn there. That's going to be a big deal here. Does still have this twisting. Might just have to use it here to get the corrupt. You just don't want your opponent to be getting more cards as well. But right now, I don't know how you win this from here. This could be tough. Has to have these Ticketus start hitting face as well.
I mean, Zabe has had like 3 consecutive turns where he could corrupt the Ticketus and chose not to. Okay, we finally do it. But it's just too late. Priest just is too far ahead in fatigue. Maybe, I mean, the only other way you get there would have to be just the actual stats from Ticketus and Yashiraj, right?
A lot of stats, right? So I don't think it's over, but it is definitely looking tough. Here comes that Ticketus, I would imagine, here.
You can play Ticketus, you can play your
And
Cascading,
Cultist
puts it.
or-
Oh,
I think you just want stats at this point, right? I don't know. Maybe you do just Cascading to get it corrupted, but
I mean, Dark
Or
Skies,
have it.
Ticketus, and Cultist maybe is fine as well. Just puts the most stats on board. It's not like you can ever play the Veiled Worshipper, it just kills you faster. So we just have a whole bunch of unplayable cards in
Yeah.
Zabe's hand right now.
So yeah, Ticketus plus this Cultist going to come down. Plague of Death gone.
I'm surprised we would leave a 6/6 up when we had a way to remove it with either Dark Skies or Cascading.
Yeah,
I don't know why
I think just not that worried about it, but at 34 health, I think we just want to. Oh, there is a big minion off the top there.
Yeah, so Dragon Queen definitely. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you just get the Cascading back, right? And you take away a 6/6 because you're always playing Yashiraj the turn after take this to burn their
Sure.
deck faster.
Sure, I think the thought process was the stats on board, because you just want to end this game as soon as possible. But maybe
But a
having that
4/1
extra
and 2
cascading.
1/1s and leaving a 6/6 is not better than just a
Sure.
single 8/8 and removing a 6/6.
Sure.
That also has taunt that prevents you from. Well, I mean, I'm not sure exactly the thought process, but just kind of playing it slower and more control-y. Every card for max value. So a Sethic Penance play from Shep. See what he can find.
Power Word Shield. So just building
Okay,
a
board buff.
pretty big board here.
Are we
Pretty tall
seeing
board.
Wave come down on this turn? Are we seeing maybe an Apotheosis on the Teller? Shep, famous for roping out the turn as much as possible. Okay, gonna just take a 50-50.
Does not hit it this time. Yeah, I mean, definitely the cascading last turn would have been nice with the way this turn has turned out. You would have liked to been able to charge cascading and play the Ticketus.
It's now a tough board to deal with. Obviously, the Cascading in hand here can remove 3, and you can hope that it misses the 1/1. Honestly, every other target is perfectly fine to remove.
Mhm.
And then maybe a shield comes down.
Yeah, could see that direction. It looks like Zabe considering here. I mean, I suppose, you know, you're still with the Yasharj. Next turn, you're milling the most likely the last 5 cards anyway.
Okay, and this outcome also perfectly fine for Zabe. Not the ideal, but about as good as it gets. Really needed to remove the other 2, which it did. The Sethic and the Big Taunt.
Yeah, Murazond here could be a solid response. Does get your own cascading into a taunt here. Your charge would be quite a good answer, which I think is what German Shep is thinking about as well. But does have the Dragon Queen Alex for the following turn, potentially if other options exist. We can draw a minion here. I don't know what minions are left in the deck that we might be looking for. Essentially, it would be if you want a specific minion here, because you know 5 cards are getting destroyed more than likely. So is there a minion that you really, really want? I'm looking through the deck. I don't think there is here.
Wonder if Shep is, considering like a pass or something, but decides on the Dragon Queen, figuring it's better to Murazond after the Yasharaj gets dropped.
Wow, and the Nithog gonna make it a little bit trickier to connect with all of these face, at least. So probably gonna see, I mean, the Yashar is coming down, but where the rest of these go before, I imagine, this Cascadia Disaster comes down. Or did we play the other one, or was it destroyed? I can't remember. Well, we'll find out right now.
I can't remember either.
Looks like, yeah, so it was destroyed, so we'll probably see this 4-5, I would imagine, going to this 2-4. Then
You
still
could get
kind
a
of awkward.
guarantee of the clear that you want by trading your 8/8.
Trading an 8/8 into a 0/3. Yeah, it looks
which
like
feels
that's what we're...
real awful, but it is the guarantee. It looks like Zabe just wants the guarantee here.
Yeah, looks to be the case.
So
and
there's
now
the full clear.
I think Shep holding on to that Murazond for this exact turn, gonna be able to play the Murazond play. It comes with a Yasharj, Ticketus, and that cascading. None of the battle cry stuff, but you do play a ton of stats and remove 3 minions. We'll see.
So
Maybe
leads
looking
with
for
renew.
a better answer. Soul Mirror.
Yeah, you'd renew for a Plague or a Soul Mirror for sure, and I mean that's just better than Murazond here.
Yeah, and I think that's just gonna be game.
This is a pure disaster for Zabe.
Minions left for Zabe. The other side can just keep generating these minions, and just nothing to do for Zabe here.
I mean, you could play a 5/4 and take 15 damage from it.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Or no, it's not 15 yet, right? But yeah, it's just this game is very clearly over. So Ticketus Warlock out Ticketus by the Priest, and that is a 2-0 lead for German Shep. And for the boys knocking on the door of the championship here.
Yeah, just 1 win away, it looks like here. So Zabe having a chance here, just needs to somehow secure into this Silas Warrior all 3 wins. Certainly possible, but we'll have to see what comes out first for Zabe here to answer it.
Absolutely. So tough decisions. Obviously, the Priest is through. We can breathe a sigh of relief that there will not be a Priest mirror at least.
Yeah, you got what you wanted. You did, certainly. My team not having the best week, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes it goes this way.
Shep very clearly with only one choice. Zabe just trying to decide, do I run the rogue into this warrior, the priest, or the warlock? I would imagine if you're Zabe, maybe you just want to get the priest out. Generally the most favorable into warrior. And that is, in fact, what we're going to see.
Alone give me strength.
All right, so gonna be that priest coming out first for Zabe to try to take down this warrior 3 times here.
Is Zabe's priest able to keep up with the warrior?
Yeah, I mean, this warrior is really just trying to do one thing, and the priest kind of just wants to find a Lucia and make sure you can't do that thing. And that's it.
Yeah,
Easy.
That's this matchup in a
there's the card.
nutshell, pretty much. And there's the card.
Zabe has
So
the Alucia.
and Zabe has it available, so I think this is just going to be a matter of if the piloting can work out in the timing works out for the Alucia.
Okay.
Does have the Silas already in hand for Shep. So already, I guess, turn 10 can remove at least, that part of the combo and neutralize it.
I think there's very little chance that Zabe would not just play an Alucia on turn 10. So Silas already being played by that stage of the game. The Silas combo can only be played on 9 mana. So it would have to be turn 8 at the earliest with coin and some very fortunate armor gain. Or, Zabe just steals the Silas. There is the possibility that you whiff, would be the consideration to not play it, but that deep into the game, he probably just plays it.
It's one of those matchups I feel like that you can usually wait. They can't gain all that armor and do the combo in the same turn. So unless you're actually afraid of dying to their current armor or something you anticipate them being able to gain with what's already on the board, you can usually feel pretty safe holding off the Alucia until that moment.
True.
And now, I mean, could technically play the Alucia, but would be a bad choice here, I would imagine. I don't think
He keeps
giving
mousing
your
over
opponent
it.
the raised dead,
I
that would be the
wonder.
only way to get Lucia back.
Wait a minute. We
It's-
can steal the coin, though.
That's true. That's true. That is an important piece of the puzzle. Gonna just raise dead for this Circus Amalgam. Saw the response last turn was the Bladestorm. No real good answer likely in the hand. So gonna just go for another minion here, especially with that Apotheosis available to combo.
All right. To press the button or not to press the button?
Yeah, I think I think this is one of those situations you probably do press it. If you're gonna press it at all. Could just go for that Anchor. Yeah, that was the other thing I was looking at. Maybe you just want to cycle your deck as soon as possible. You want the combo before they can find the Alucia. Shep will be a little disappointed to find out that won't be possible here. But now Zabe,
Every turn, he just mouses the illusion.
yeah, just looking at it. Is it time? Is it time? Sethic available here with the Apotheosis could get one spell if you just want to build some sort of board. There's double Brawl in that deck. Only one Bladestorm, so we've already seen that. So really, you're only worried about double, Brawl as an answer here on turn 5. So
yeah, right
I
now
like it,
Zabe
yeah.
is playing Tempo Smork Priest, and
Yeah.
I love to see it here.
And that is quite a nice answer to the alternative sort of win condition here for this warrior is the Rattle Gore. So having the Plague of Death available, there is one in the deck, I believe, but having it in hand here just makes things a lot more comfortable.
What now?
True. Yeah, this is pretty much just kind of easy street for the priest.
I think it's just next game it. Let's just see what happens next. Let's just sit back.
Yeah. you know, let's just take a break from casting. Just
Yeah, we'll
just
be right
don't say
back
anything
after.
for the rest of until they queue up the next game.
Yeah, this is all but said and done. No, I think there's definitely ways where this could turn around for Shep, but definitely a hard ask with the way the game is currently playing out.
Yeah, you really don't love using one of your 2 combo pieces in Shield Slam and your best board clear in Barov to deal with this board, but I think it was the right move from Shep to do it and just kind of bite the bullet and say, I got to do this play. And now we wait again.
Yeah, and now just waiting for Zabe. No reason to play anything into that.
Tempo Smork Priest has been answered resoundingly. And
It was a
sheepishly,
good, while it lasted. It was a
yeah,
nice,
it was a nice run.
nice
But then,
run.
just kind of sheepishly healing face and passing afterwards. Okay, fine. That line didn't work. All right, I got a little damage in. It was whatever.
It was fun, while it lasted.
Made you use a bear up and a shield slam. It's cool.
Yeah, but here we go. Just gonna play a couple of things. Vol'jin, another potential disruptor there for some of these combo pieces. With the Lucian hand, could consider it. Not that you really want to give him another sword.
I mean, if Zabe played
What
Elucia right
is
now,
Elun's will?
that's enough.
Yeah, it could
To
just
end the
use the
game
shield
because you
slam,
take
right?
the shield slam and they've already played one, so combo's gone. Vol'jin, if it hits the Silas, it is game over.
Hits the other sword here, so one for the other. Nice
All right.
exchange.
Humorous.
So no extra swords this time around. It's essentially a 5-mana 3/6. Do nothing.
Full combo pieces in hand for Shep. Has the shield slam, has the Silas, has the bound Ash Tongue, everything he's looking for. Does not have the armor.
Yeah, does have Skipper and Armor Smith in hand as well as Armor Vendor, so could certainly gain a ton of armor here in due course. Just really no way to utilize that for draw, but like you said, has the combo, so maybe considering it here soon. If you wait next turn, you can Skipper, Armor Smith, Bloodsworn, Armor Vendor, right?
Yeah, you also have to be careful with
Yeah.
the opponent armor and wants to have a way to remove that armor that you give so that the priest max health still stays at 30. Thereby kind of enabling the combo more, depending on how much armor you can gain.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
this next turn should be the signal for Zabe, right? If he goes in.
yeah, I think that would definitely be a good indicator, especially turn 8 going into turn 9 when they can finally do the combo. I think it's a pretty easy read. If you go for it and you miss, you feel kind of bad. You use your Vol'jin, but I think if you don't go for it, I mean, it just I don't know. I think you see it, you just go for it. The odds that you hit one of the pieces, there's 3 pieces that you can potentially disrupt here. Ash Tongue, obviously, you don't really want to play that on your side, but if you have a way to remove it yourself or some sort of answer for that, you can certainly use that as well. A couple of interesting options. The current board.
It feels like you normally want to maybe take Insight there, but you don't want to take Insight because it increases the chances your opponent thinks you found Elucia and you're already holding Elucia. So yeah, like this is fine. Apotheosis, just buff up Vol'jin, get the heal going, clear up a minion.
Yeah, not a bad option here. And now it's time for Shep to decide. Are you going in? Are you risking it? You just have to do it soon, right? How much armor do you gain with that combo if you play that Skipper, Armor Smith, Bloodsworn,
On an
Armor
empty
Vendor?
board, it's 10. So
well, that's 10 before the vendor, right? And then
it's 10 before if you had
if you had
no
0
minions
minions
on board.
and the vendor
So
is
the
not
Sword
played,
Eaters
so.
add an extra 2 for each. right? So it's like an extra 4 there, plus the vendors an extra additional. I don't know. Math is hard.
Yeah,
We're gonna find
and
out. in a
one of
sec.
the sword eaters does die, so that's one less tick on the armor vendor.
True, but crucially still able to remove the priest armor that he's given with this
Yeah,
line
and
here.
up to 38 does, I would imagine, signal to Zabe. Okay,
Yeah, that is
all right.
100%. I play the Alusha
I know what's
and
happening here.
take your win con.
I'm not risking you having it. I'm gonna rip it. If I get one piece, I am so ecstatic. And I think just thinking, is there anything else I want to do?
I mean, you
I
can't
know there's.
play Silas, right? So maybe you do want to play like other cards first. Because the things you're looking to steal are Ash Tongue and
Yeah, you could play some other cards first.
I wonder.
but if he
Now, if
doesn't
you
play
have,
Alusha, he just dies.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always guess they have the combo with half their deck remaining, but that is gonna be. Oh, is that enough armor? No, it's not, right? Because they're gaining armor
Because
as well.
each armor gives
Yeah,
armor
yeah.
to Shep. Oh
And
wow.
that will be the series. Well played there for the boys.
That's 12-1, so I'm not gonna flub the math this time.
I
It is
don't think
impossible.
there's anything else we can do here, and that is gonna be the combo. Finishing it out here.
We can
Kind
do
of
it quick.
disappointing, to be honest, for me, but what can you do?
This is the second
Well played, well played.
consecutive finals we've seen end right on the back of a Silas plus Ashbound plus Shield Slam lethal as well. So congratulations to For the Boys. Congratulations to German Shep. Extremely well navigated in all of those games and takes the 3-0.
So
that's a dominant victory.
Yeah, we can actually bring German Shep in here and just it's gonna take a minute for Steph and Blue
We
to
can
get set up.
we can make Battlegrounds wait since we have a champion.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll see if
I mean, yeah, I guess there's a little bit more time now because the other game that we were going to cast between Super Chicken and Wet Goose
might not get played. Yep.
realistically gets canceled.
Yeah, no, I would imagine. No reason to play those out here in the finals.
Let's see if Shep can join us.
Yeah, just message him now. So congratulations to For the Boys, and really Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich did great all season. Just a battle of the Titans tonight. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we'll see them again next season.
So my Anadon is hinting that they're rolling it back.
Well, we'll see. Certainly could be. At least to some capacity.
All right. So Shep said he needed a second there to get himself together, of course.
Just messaging Shep real quick to say, hey, don't tell anybody the outcome just yet. I mean, if you need to tell your team, fine, but tell them to keep it under wraps at least until the stream catches up.
Yep. So pretty amazing. That was it was really those control type decks. A lot of thought process, a lot of rope.
Yeah, we had a very interesting game 1, and then game 2 got pretty crazy.
Yep.
Game 3 just went, kind of lined up perfectly for Shep to just get a massive amount of armor, and Zabe didn't feel like he could gamble on the combo, so
yeah,
shows to
felt
hold
like
back Alusha.
maybe if I answer this, they don't have the full combo. What are the chances? Half the deck still remaining in the deck. What are the chances they have all 3 pieces?
Yep.
Didn't want to take the risk there. Played the mind games. Unfortunately, lost this time around.
He's ready now, so we drop him in here real quick. Eventually. Hey, German Shep.
All right,
Welcome.
there he is. Congratulations. You are now a
Congratulations.
champion.
Oh my god, dude. I have literally no idea how I won that series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Looking at the stats, definitely looked favored towards Zabe coming in. Some crazy stuff happening in many of those games, and some really good play by both of you. So yeah, congratulations there to you and your team. How does it feel securing that victory tonight?
It feels great. I thought my teammates were gonna have to carry me because of how bad these matchups were. But yeah, it feels good to not have to rely on them because they're pretty unreliable, I gotta say.
Sure. The team that only lost once, reliable, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, really well played games throughout from your end. Impressive to watch. Game one, that beefy Aldor attendant did so much work. Game two was all kinds of shenanigans with the priest and Ticketus. Then Ticketus came back and went the other way, and it was getting pretty nutty. And the game three, I mean, the way that lined up was so perfect. Would you be surprised to know that he had Alusha in his hand from the very beginning?
Oh yeah, I was chatting with him after the game and he told me. Yeah, he wasn't sure if it was correct. Like it was super unlikely that I would have like second shield slam, Silas and Ashtongue. So he was worried about pulling the trigger on that. We were trying to figure out like if he pulls the trigger and he doesn't dump the combo, can he still win? And I'm not sure the answer to that one, but yeah, pretty insane. Like if he played it, I definitely would like have to auto concede pretty much.
Right, it's just over the moment
Yeah.
Alusha gets played on turn. I guess it was turn 9 that he played it there. So
Right.
like
Like,
the
I
other
guess like
consideration was I can't steal Silas. I can only steal Ashbound or Shield Slam, and if I steal the Ashbound, then that's basically what you want me to do anyway to put that on my board so you can Shield Slam it, and I don't have a way to kill it yet. So I can maybe see some of that playing through his mind and thinking I might not be able to play Alusha here yet.
guess like the only consideration is that like since I went off with this skipper armor turn on turn 8 and I didn't battle rage, like you can like sort of sense something fishy's going on, but then like there's mind games a part of that. Like I could just be doing it to pull out the Alicia or something. So yeah.
Yeah,
Tough.
but enough about the minutia of the game itself, because For the Boys has clinched the championship. That is a 12-1 season in dominant fashion
Ooh.
in the title game. 12-1, actually mirroring your record. 12-1 will be your final score. I guess 15 with the +3, but game score wise, 12-1 over Popeye Spicy Chicken Sandwich. And you can celebrate with Diamond and the crew. This was this your first or second season playing in pro?
This was second.
Second season. All right, second time's a charm.
Yeah, and I think that's a
Right.
double championship for Diamond, right?
It
Right,
is.
Diamond's right.
I'm mad at Diamond being my teammate and hero because he won in all the other series playing. But come on, man. just gonna throw in hero and win in legacy and pro. I see.
That's right, yeah. Who's running Mexico anyway, right? Yeah.
But yeah, well played to you, Shep. Congratulations For the Boys. Any specific shout outs you want to give or other things you want to say while we have you here?
Yeah, so shout to Zave. He played pretty well. Again, like the Lucia turn might have been fishy, but I'm really not sure what was correct. Like I really kind of feel bad for how bad I high rolled him in some of those games. But shout Shout out to my team for the boys. Shout out Diamond for organizing the team. Yeah, happy to win it. Happy to win it this season.
Yep, there you go. Thanks again there, German Shep, and you get to have a little bit more water and get to relax the rest of the night. So.
Yeah, excited.
That's right.
Yeah.
The pen will just be a footnote
There you
rather
go.
than
Right.
a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll still come up in my nightmares, but yeah,
There you go.
I'll address that later.
Yeah,
Enjoy
it's your
yourself.
11 plus 6. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Exactly.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was, right?
Yep.
Anyway.
So, all right, buddy. Enjoy your night, and just get moving on to the old battlegrounds here. So I want to thank my Anadon and Ron Mexico for casting tonight's matches. I haven't heard back from Wet Goose or Super Chicken if they decide to play. Chances are it's probably not going to happen, but I will see. So.
I imagine so. Yeah, well, congrats again, Shep. Thanks again for joining us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So.
that kind of does it for me and mine too. Once Steffi and Blue Sombrero get in here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I just got to double check with Super Chicken and Wet Goose if they want to play. Then are you guys up for casting? I guess that's the other question.
I'm fine to cast it if they want to play, but I can't imagine that they would actually
I
want to play.
honestly doubt it, but
Yep.
I can certainly show up if you need me.
Hey man, I'll give you guys a ping if it's a thing.
All right.
I'll keep you company at least until Steffi and Blue Sombrero show up.
Yeah, just trying to see where they are. So,
They might be waiting for the signal of us leaving to join. They don't want to talk to us.
oh, that might be it. we're just crowding out their spot here.
Unless you guys want to help cast some of the BGs. Hey, there's one.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't think they need us to cast
they
BGs.
can
They're
handle it.
perfectly capable.
I trust.
Hey, Steffi, how are you?
Hi guys. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hello. Well, we're heading off, but I'm sure you guys are gonna do a great job. I can't wait to see this
Thanks.
fantastic Battlegrounds lobby that's about to happen.
Oh yeah, this is a sick one. I'm very hyped.
That's right. Yeah, time to step out from the casting booth and join the chat with the rest. You're in very capable hands, and we're excited to watch what goes down in Battlegrounds.
That's right.
Take care, everybody.
Battlegrounds.
Bye-bye. Have fun.
Thanks,
All
man.
right, take it easy, guys.
Thanks, Ron.
Later.
Have fun.
Crazy Pro Series match, Steph. If you got the
It
chance to watch it,
sounds that way.
It was a doozy.
A doozy.
It was certainly a doozy. So,
Kept you busy.
yep. We were
Kept
hoping
you from us.
I know, and that's what I was afraid. Is like, I don't want to waste some guys' time. I know the other players got to get going, 9 o'clock, hard start, that kind of deal. But
Yeah. That's okay. It's easy for us to just jump in, so it's no big deal at all.
So, do you have any insight on the players that are tonight? Blue's just going to jump in here in a second. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah, so Lee obviously and Hoppa are lingering in the top 200 battleground, like the whatchamacallit. So they're automatically very impressive. And I know Lee's team in general, they are just high rank players.
Right.
And then obviously Bob's Bounty Hunters, they won last season. So they're already off to a great reputable name. And this is really close. I was looking at the points and 24, 24, 18, 17. They're all really close. So it's gonna be good time.
It was a very interesting Friday night to see where the very beginning of it, how it transitioned in the points, and we were Cord and I were thinking that lemurs and bounty hunters were just gonna walk away from it with a lot of points, but didn't prove to be that way. So
no, it was very close.
So for our spectators out there, we're gonna have Blue Sombrero and Stephanie share their screen. They're gonna select the players that they want to watch, and then I'm just gonna transition in between the two so that we can at least almost view two things at the same time, so 2 battlegrounds
Yeah.
at the same instance. So
Yes.
what are you watching, Stephanie?
All right, I'm gonna watch Hoppa.
Okay.
Just girl power.
I'm watching Jump Float right now.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna start.
Headed in.
All right. So you guys are heading in.
Oh.
Just wait till the screen comes up.
Wait, it said the game you attempted to spectate may be full or already finished. All right, let me maybe it's a glitch in my game. Let me try Blue Jay.
Yeah, that happened with me too, actually, when I tried to spectate Hoppa, so someone else might work.
There we go. Blue
Okay.
Jays. We'll start with Blue Jay here. So we'll start spectating Steph.
All right, Blue Jay is playing as Alakir and is currently number 1. So I picked a good
There
one
you
to
go.
jump into. Oh my, who is this? So Hoppa Bear is Lich King and already has a golden N'Zoth with a Baron, turn 6, Insanity.
That is crazy. That's such a
Uh,
high roll. That's what you want to see on Lich King, especially with the hero power.
yes. However, the rest of her board was all tokens, so they still got a big buff, but I mean, with this Baron still alive, that's going to take a little bit of damage for Blue Jay, but Blue Jay's sitting at 40 health, so it's not going to be the end of the world, but that's a good turn 6 if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, Hoppa's definitely going to scale incredibly well, and if she can get some macaws, it's going to be really tough to beat her.
And she's already at 4, so.
Yeah, and Jump Float's down at 9 right now.
Oh, we're going to battle. We're going to fight our players.
Yeah, so Jump Float right now, seeing his board, he's got a golden Molten Rock at 413, an Ironhide Direhorn with +4 attack, so it's an 11-7, and then 2 pack leaders, and then he's just rolling for something else because that's his entire board right now. So it's not looking too good.
And on Blue Jay's end, it looks like they were fishing for some Death Rattle minions because they picked up a second Sourlisk, but didn't really seem to find any. And it's interesting. I hear such mixed reviews. So, Baby Blue, I would love to hear your opinion on this one. With Alakir as well running Spawn of N'Zoth, a lot of people say that Spawn of N'Zoth isn't really that good with this hero. What do you think?
So I think it depends on what part of the game you're at. I think early it is fine to have the spawn and put it up first because it is just so much value. But in a couple of turns, I definitely do want to see that stronger Sourlisk be able to take the Taunt Divine Shield when Fury buff. And I think Spawn definitely falls off.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I think it can definitely give you a little bit of a benefit in the beginning, but especially now that they have this 8 attack minion, that would have cleared this taunt to begin with. So
yeah, it would have.
Save them some points, but no, unfortunately.
This is a big win for Jump Float.
Yeah. And
Alakir down to 13 in 2 rounds from 40.
That's bad news bears if I've ever seen it. So let's see what Blue Jay can find.
Yeah, he's rolling. He's not leveling.
No, he right away rolled. Costs 8 mana to level anyway, so that's just too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming looking for this, the triple, or just more death rattles. But the first 2 rolls, there's no death rattles, and that's not what you want to see.
Houndmaster that he didn't take, which could have given that big Sourlisk taunt.
Oh, I didn't.
Did not. Yeah. So he does level at the end. He doesn't find anything. He just decides to level. He's pretty
confident against Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
They are our teammates, though. So actually, that could make sense. Yeah, so I just looked at my little cheat sheet. I have everybody in order. I could see this, maybe they're talking over how to position so they don't kill each other, which you love to see as teammates. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a really great strategy to be able to minimize the damage when you play your teammate, because if they can pull off a tie here, or at least like a 1 minion loss, it is really big for the scaling.
Fire Emblem did not level. They're still at 4 on 8, and usually, that's interesting. However, it says 3 Murlocs, so being on 4 with Murlocs isn't the worst, but
totally
it's interesting. Let's see. Find out now.
Okay. Do you have the deck tracker up and are able to see the win rates? Because I'm just looking at your Hearthstone.
I do have the deck tracker up, and I do see the win rates. It's only a 4.8% lethal.
Okay.
So it depends. I think a lot of that depended where that poison went.
Yeah, that Divine Shield's big, so Kael'thas should win this. We got a lot
it's
of
pretty
values.
close.
It's very
If they
close.
can go left.
Last
Wow,
okay,
that
so
was
it's just
good.
a 2-star.
Yes, the average damage was 6 to 11 there, so taking the
Definitely
least
happy.
amount is good. And now somebody died, so maybe they could get the dead. Oh wait, but do they want
Yeah,
the dead
simple.
guy? The dead guy did 16 to them. They got the dead guy anyways. But now he's on 5. Ooh. Okay, we're not transitioning. Understandable. But if we did take that faceless, we would have a triple right now. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
All right, next round we'll switch over to Blue's point of view.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Yeah. So Jump Flow is out now, so I'm switching over to Lolnenko.
Okay. As soon as Alkir's done here, who is Blue Jay?
Blue Jay with 3 pairs. You love to see it at 5 with 3 pairs. Now you just have to hope, and 3 coins in his hand. You just gotta hope that Bob's nice to you.
So
you gotta wink
Alec
at Bob.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things he could hit right now that would really strengthen his board, like the spawn triple, another selfless hero, the swordless triple. But then if you can get like a Macaw and the Rivendare and get these poison divine shields online, especially with the Alec hero power, it can be very unstoppable.
Yeah, I agree. Or even if you just kind of cheese people a little bit, you hit a triple and take an Eliza just to get some stat buffs really quickly. Because if you attack first, almost guarantees twice hit. Well, it would guarantee you twice hit. So something along those lines. The options are opening up. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
They can beat the ghost. And it looks like
This poison divine shield, it looks good.
not gonna say what the stats are until the end. We're not gonna
No
spoil
spoilers.
it.
Although, only 1 poison might not be able to kill everything, but the poison does get the divine shield. Oh, but it trades off into the token.
Did hit a
But
token.
it's looking good. I think he's got this. Yeah.
It was only a 28% for him to win. So
really?
you got lucky there. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was a little questionable, but he pulled through.
Yeah, love to see that luck come into play.
We are now switched over to Blue screen.
Yeah, so right now, looking at the health between these players, we've got first place at 40, second place at 30, and then third place is Alec here all the way at 7. So it's really close down in the middle there.
I tried to sneak and spectate for Hoppa again, but it's not letting
I
me.
did too.
I was like, maybe this time I'll get her.
I don't know what's going on. Must got a fan club or something. Too many spectators.
It's okay.
So right now, Lil Nunko on Cthulhu, sitting at 6 minions, might actually hinder him a lot for this combat because the Macaw isn't going to attack first, and it might not be able to trigger the Selfless Hero if one of them dies.
That's true. And he is going up against Lee, who, if you hover over it again, Elementals at 6.
Elementals he did level to 6 this last turn, so he may not have hit something insanely strong yet.
Okay. And also took 16 from Hoppa, but that's, Hoppa's been...
That is Hoppa. That's circle, right?
Doing great.
Doing
so that seems,
damage.
seems to be what's happening to everybody, so...
Yeah, but two triples, so I don't know what has happened, but it's possible that Lee has tripled into something like a little rag a few turns ago. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cthulhu buffs aren't.
Oh, man.
Hydra.
I was about to say, or the elemental.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a huge elemental at the start. It's just going to wipe out his entire board. It's not going to be able to do that.
2 6-drops.
This is going to be a lot of damage. That's 24.
It's a lot of damage. Not lethal, though.
Not quite lethal, no. But still going to 30 to 6 is not that good.
No.
However, he is playing a ghost now, so he might have a safety net turn. Yeah,
that is a good recovery turn, and especially because with this hero, you scale so much every turn when you utilize your hero power. So
absolutely, and we do see a Light Fang in a Light Fang kind of comp, so that could be picked up. Yeah, the Primal Fin could discover something like Tox Fin. There you go.
Oh, we love that.
Good so this is a big turn. The scaling's really coming online here. Really fast.
This was great. Yeah, because there's there's only 3 different types, but it could hit the Hydra, which you love to see, and then start buffing that Cyclone.
Yeah, so hopefully the hero power knows which targets are priority and which aren't. But and the Light Fang too with the beasts, but it is just going to grow a lot of stats every turn now. So
yeah. What is their hero power at?
It is at 10 right now. So
wow.
Which is 11 because it's repeat 10 times.
Yeah, so that's really good. I've jumped over to Lee, who happened to just casually triple their gas coiler. So good for him. However, he is playing. Who is he playing? He's playing BV Bat. So his partner, or excuse me, his teammate. So again, I love seeing how they try to position to not kill each other.
A lot.
He has 3 6-drops. Oh, let's see. Interesting.
So Blue, we got one more turn for your. Oh, we're battling a ghost right now,
Got
right?
it. Yeah, currently in a battle.
Playing a ghost.
Okay.
So one more after this one, or
no? We'll switch over to Steph's after this one. Yeah. So
great. And yeah, he's definitely finding out against the ghost pretty easy.
That's good because that could make the difference here just to hit the top 4. So
yeah, should
love to see that.
Yeah, go to Steph Cam.
Yeah, and we're gonna see BV Bat and letter W fell here, so now it's 3 left standing.
Ooh, top 3. That's spicy. So we're finishing up that battle right now. Lee, who actually got a really, really, really great elemental on the Tavern Tempest, because right now he currently has 1 rag, only 1, but that could pull another one, and things can just start escalating rather quickly. Because he also still has 2 of the Major Dormos, so buff galore, if you will.
Yeah. It's already in top 3. You see how Elise fell. And the thing is, Elise has gone to a very bad hero from the uncontested best due to the revert of the hero power buff.
And he gets the dead guy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is
luck is on his side. So right now, it looks like he is rolling for either elementals. He picked up the primal fin, I believe, to start tacking in some poison against Hoppa Bear, who also has big beefy minions. No, it looks like he is going to skip it. No, interesting.
This is very curious.
No, I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Just wants to play the rag. Was hoping for a poison. Looks like he didn't get it. No, he did pass it.
Oh, passed Gar. Yeah, decides it's too late to start scaling one.
That is interesting. I'm not sure why either.
I don't think it is too late at all, actually. I think that Gar actually scales really fast with the board full of elementals.
Maybe he's thinking of the hero powers or the heroes that are still in play. There is another one. Looks like he does hit up here. He's like, all right, fine. I'll take it.
Oh, no, he did sell the Major Domo, so that's not actually a triple.
No, yeah, he sold one.
Combat looks pretty good.
It does. Oh wow, hitting all of them but the poison at the end. That was really good.
Yeah, fantastic hits right here.
Yeah, that was an easy swoop of the dead ghost. And let's see if anybody didn't make it. And it's Hoppa versus Lee.
Yeah, it looks like Lelnenko got caught in the fire in the process. Back to Hoppa Bear, the Slayer of Souls.
35 damage, no big deal. Just casually.
So you see Hoppa has actually transitioned from that spawn Rivendell Star into just huge elementals with Chef Nomi.
Oh, that's so good. Especially because she had an advantage and able to getting that Nomi while at an advantage just kind of allowed her to scale faster. Especially when you're sitting pretty at 40 health. She did lose some of it, but again, it would bought her enough time to be able to scale. However, I don't know if Lee's minions are going to be big enough to take on Hoppa.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure they are either. I mean, the Molten Rock is very strong, and I don't believe Hoppa had poison, so if the Rock can get enough attack and health, it should be able to trade 2 for 1, maybe even 3 for 1, and the Gas Coiler could also come in huge.
Yeah, the Gas Coiler could cheese, and sometimes you have to cheese people to win. So we go along with that.
Yeah, we're seeing the clock tick down about 10 seconds till what could be the final combat of the match. It's very exciting. And
It's
there's
good
a
stuff.
3-3 in there. There's still a buff slot at the end, which isn't great.
Right. We'll see. But yeah, Lee needs to either win or tie in order to keep up.
So let's see.
2 poison. Oh,
You do have 2 Amalgadons put in there.
3 poison.
And that Gar is just unkillable. 64
Huge.
240, it's over.
Yeah, this game over. Unless it's like all Sneeds.
All the Sneeds into
all
poison.
my exes. Yep.
Unfortunately, that was not.
Not the luck. So it looks like first round goes to Hoppa from Bob's Bounty Hunters, followed closely by Lee from the Lemurs. Let's see who snagged third. Oh, my favorite.
I think third was a tie between third and fourth. I think.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No, maybe that was fourth and fifth. I think I'm mistaken.
I think that was fourth and fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, I am mistaken. So, yeah, Nenko did get third.
Big 23 to the face.
Boom.
Yep.
Casual.
Yeah.
All right, and that ends the first match, first round, whatever we're calling it. We love to see it. That was fun.
We'll call it round. We'll call it first round.
Yeah, round 1.
Round 1, fight.
That's right.
Well, that was exciting. That was fun
to
watch.
Yeah. And we see that first and second place did just go to big stat elementals, which is definitely a really fast scaling comp, especially in a game where I don't think there were dragons. I didn't see any.
No. I'm surprised more people didn't try to pull Murlocs. We saw a lot of the I always forget the minion's name, but the 1/1 poison kind of like teched in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely good tech against elementals. Usually trades 1 for 1. They don't have many divine shields.
Exactly. But yeah, sometimes it just shows you getting those the rags early or getting Nomi, you can just scale. And that's a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to know what your win conditions are in the lobby. You can go for that Chef Nomi, that early rag, and you will scale really fast. But there's always the danger of those minions just being pretty weak statted for the first turn and just taking too much damage.
Yeah, this is also true. If you get behind, it's not easy to scale mid-game with them, so that can definitely bite you. If you're not reading the room, aka the other players, if you will.
Absolutely, yeah.
Per se. So how are you guys have you guys had time to evaluate the other teams in the Battleground series? Even though it's first week right now, but it's still.
It's looking like a lot of fun, not gonna lie.
Yep.
I see a lot of familiar friends in the green lobby. So a lot of THL ride or dies, which is, always a good time. And then you hop over to the red lobby where Blue and I are dominating. I'm just right.
Absolutely.
We're like kind of dominating.
Forget about it.
We're a big deal over there. So it's a good time. I mean, I was really excited to see Bob's Bounty Hunters and the Lemurs going against each other week 1, because in my opinion, those are 2 teams that have some really high caliber players who are next level, like that, more than just above average or good. Like they are very skilled players. So seeing them go to head to head, and I think that's why this week, when we were looking at the teams and talking about how their points are rather close to each other, like starting out, obviously we'll have to see what happens tonight, but that 24-24, 18-17 is really close. So it goes to show with just the skills of those players. But little baby Blue, what are you thinking? How are you feeling about everybody in all the lobbies?
I'm definitely excited for this season because a lot of familiar faces from the last season are back. I remember I was in so many lobbies with Hoppa Bear and the rest of Bob's Bounty Hunters, and they were crushing it every week. And, we just saw this first game. Hoppa already took first place, so she's definitely still on her game. And it just shows what a strong player she is.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. We love to see it. So let's see. How are we doing on time with the players?
Yeah, I've just messaged Blue Jay just to let them know. Just to message either one of you two to let them know when they're going back in the lobby. So
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. So looking at the points from what I remember / what is showing up already on the Team Heart Legends page is that Blue Jay and Fire Emblem, Blue Jay took 6th, Fire Emblem took 7th, and I believe they are on the same team together. They are on Phantom Force. It's not the strongest start, but hopefully lobby number 2, they can turn that around and snag a little bit more points. Lee took 2nd, and his teammate BB Bad, I believe, took 4th. So that is a strong start from the both of them. Papa Bear took 1st. You love to see it. And Jump Float, I'm not 100% what placement Jump.
I think Jump Float got 8th, actually.
Oh, Papa Bear balancing out that 8, so that way they can turn it around. It happens to the best of us.
Jump Float got thumped.
Okay.
It's all good. Yep.
And then let's see, we have letter W and Little Ninko. Little Ninko took 4th, right? Or 5th? No, 5th.
It was, I think, 4th and 5th. There was a tie.
It was a tie between the two. So actually that's not the worst.
No, not at all.
No, that's a good start. So again, just interested to see kind of how this balances out. I think with just those points adding on, that would push the lemurs up a little bit higher. But we won't know until it's all done.
So speaking about points, maybe tell our viewers how the point system works.
Yes. So if you're new to Battleground Series, we score the points based on your placement, and with ties, it's adjusted, I believe, to the higher placement.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so then if you get 1st place, you'll get 10 points. 2nd place is down to 8 points, so a little bit of a jump there. 3rd is 7th. 7 points. I think 4th is 6, and then it just goes down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So it goes so fifth will be 4, 6, 3, 7, 2, 8, 1.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a little bit confusing on the website right now, just because if somebody hasn't submitted yet, then they don't know what place they're in, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the combination after Friday and Sunday as your teams play. It's a combination of your team. So all 4 players' points matter into like how your team places and things like that. So it's combined not just with the pairing, because we split up the teams. 2 players on Friday, and then 2 players again on Sunday, different players. So
Gotcha.
Everybody's points matters towards your team.
How are we doing for starting up here?
I have not got a message yet. Well, let me make sure I didn't miss one. Yeah, I think they are as well. Typically, they take about a 5-minute break.
Yeah, and I think the 5 minutes has passed by now, so we should see the ready check starting up any second, and then after that, it should just be 1 or 2 minutes till the players get ready and they start up the second game.
Can't wait. Good stuff.
Excited, yeah. You know, game 2 is full of revenge and justice.
And power. I keep peeking. I'm like, all right, how's my team doing? Let me look at the red lobby really quick. Okay, go back up.
Well, not to brag or anything, but my teammate did take 1st place.
And my teammate took 2nd.
Oh, look at that. Just like you and me at game 1 last week.
It really was.
And then you knocked me out into 8th. So.
No, I didn't. Did I?
7th and 8th. It was a tie.
Sorry.
She giggles quietly.
And I won't forget it.
I'll send you back down there again.
No. I love my baby Blue.
Don't come for the queen. Let's go.
No, never.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's place. What hero do you think is 100% going to be in this lobby?
Ooh, I think you always see Ragnaros. I never don't see Ragnaros. I think Cthulhu is too strong of a tier pick.
Mhm.
And then you also see a lot of Alakir and Lich King, but they're not 100% guaranteed. So I'd say Rag and then Cthulhu. How
Okay.
about you?
Well, Saku said Ticketus. I like that one.
Mm.
That's the fun one. Maiev, one of my personal favorites.
Ooh, okay.
Very strong. But if I was going to pick an off-brand one that I would personally like to see, Patches.
I was going to say Patches. That is my favorite hero and my most played. And I love Patches with all my heart.
I'm jealous that you can offer Patches. That he can.
Oh, it's been like not that much recently, it feels like. It's really sad. And now Patches is actually a very strong hero with that mana cost buff. He's actually sitting in a steady tier 2.
Yeah, that is true. Look at you, 76 games of Patches. I didn't get Patches that much.
Not my most played hero anymore, unfortunately.
Millhouse.
It is Millhouse.
Yep.
Millhouse?
I do love Millhouse too. And we see Flurgle, of course, Shudderwalk. I love my fun heroes.
Yeah, let's see. Mine is freaking Curator back in a hero that I think that people should play more of, and I think is really good, but I never see people actually pick them. AFK. Love AFK.
I like AFK a lot, actually. AFK sometimes does show up in my top 5. Depends. It's pretty in flux.
Yeah, I really like AFK.
Super fun because you also have those scaling minions like Salty Looter, Deflectobot on a turn 3 or 3 stars that you can get just super early. And it's always fun to see those.
I just want to shout out Baby Blue for a second. That top 5 heroes played. One of them is McGurgle. So thank you.
Oh, I always pick Flurgle. Unless there's patches.
Fair.
Yes.
Or excuse me, Flurgle. Yeah, Flurgle. There it is. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Oh, I see you have Daryl as your most wins, actually. I do love Daryl.
I like Daryl a lot.
I've almost seen no Daryl in Battleground series, actually. Seems like no one can play it.
I don't know. I think now actually is the perfect time for Daryl because Elisa's gone. So you have a little bit more time. But however, on the counter argument is you have Cthulhu. And Cthulhu is kind of just like a better Daryl. But Daryl can scale a little bit faster in the beginning. So I guess it just depends on your play style. I think Cthulhu is obviously more of a first place game versus Daryl can get you top 4, but maybe not get you first.
I agree. I think Daryl has definitely been power creeped by Cthulhu a little bit and isn't the best hero anymore.
Yeah.
Not at his former glory at all.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
And the players are about to head in to their second round. So
I was just gonna comment that saw some of the chat.
All right, who am I gonna creep on? Let's see who's pressuring that I'm gonna make uncomfortable.
So we're
trying to spectate Hoppa again, but it just won't work.
Yeah,
won't let it.
We're gonna spec Blue's selection first, and then
all right, let's do Fire Emblem. Didn't do that last game.
Who didn't I do?
All right, loading up.
Okay, and we're live.
All right, and we see the selection. Hasn't chosen yet. We got Tess, Alakir, Reno, and Ysera.
Reno, do it.
Yes. And it's the Reno. Ooh.
Yes, I'm so happy.
That's gonna be very fun. Reno's a very fun player.
Hoppa with the Maya. Let's go.
Oh, you were right. Oh, and we have the Cocoon. No Ragnaros. I was wrong about the Ragnaros.
No Rag.
And no Ticketus.
Yeah, Acolytic Cthulhu,
No
immediate pickup. One of the best one-cost minions.
Oh my gosh,
Probably
so incredibly strong.
Best, besides a token. If you want to do a token, yeah.
1000% agree with you. There. So I am spectating BB and started off with token as Millhouse, so they're feeling great.
Those token thirds are super strong. And we get to see the recently buffed Yasharaj, who gets to actually have the minion that his hero power summons added to his hand instead of the board, so the battle cry can come into effect.
Yeah, that's so much better. I don't know if it makes it necessarily more playable in the long run, but I definitely think that was a much needed change.
It definitely feels good, and it feels like you're not just playing a waste of a hero.
Exactly.
Yeah, so seeing some early ties. 2 players did take a bit of damage. We'll see. Everyone's just going to start to level. Some people aren't yet, but
Some people will, some people won't.
The Millhouse and their farm shouldn't level, and the Maiev shouldn't, and the Cthulhu
Yeah.
also shouldn't.
So half of them will, half of them won't.
Yeah, well, seeing
Good
Janvis
stuff.
usually does level, in my opinion, but doesn't look like letter W is here, and we're
Doesn't
gonna
look
see.
like
Millhouse
they
does
will.
level. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe it's because, actually I know why, because he's playing Cthulhu.
Oh, teammate,
So.
or no?
No, I think it's just the hero
the
that he's
free
playing.
combat.
Wait, are they teammates? Hold on, let me double check. Yep, no, they're not
Okay.
teammates. I think it was just if he didn't get if they didn't get the token, there wouldn't be a minion there as
Got it.
well.
And so, what we've just seen here is that Rafam has just snagged an Acolyte triple on turn 3.
Oh, that's
So that's going to be
exciting.
really strong.
Good for them.
Yeah. Good for Lee.
All right, right now we're about to play against Yushar.
Yeah.
Guaranteed 2-drop, probably 2 of them.
So Reno opted to take a Micro Mummy over the Spawn of N'Zoth, which I personally do disagree with, especially not freezing. I think Spawn of N'Zoth is the strongest minion you'll see in the early game. Okay, is freezing.
I was about to say, yeah, there's also a pair there. Especially
There
as
is a pair
Reno,
there,
you want to get your pairs for your potential 5-drops to 6-drops for your gold. So interesting. I'm glad that they froze.
Yeah. And by the way, we don't have elementals or pirates in this game, so we're probably going to see some dragons later on the game, but we could definitely see some other comps, like the Murlocs, maybe demons, maybe beasts, maybe mechs. We'll see.
Dun dun dun. Find out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. And so, Steffi, what are your opinions on the taunt buffs?
You know what? I like to call that build the cheese board. Because you literally just get to cheese people. And at first I was like, that's it. But now I'm just like cheese. So I definitely think it's like a get to top 4 comp, but then you just kind of die off.
I think I agree. I think the Armor of the Empire, now that the buff is permanent, although it's down to 2 attack from 3, it is really strong and noticeable. And if I pick up an early Armor of the Empire, I'm always happy, and I always just keep it with the taunts.
Yeah, I 1000% agree with that. It's definitely it can get you, like I said. I feel like that build gets you to top 4, but I don't think it guarantees you a first place. So it's strong. I mean, top 4 is very important. So
I agree. I think it is definitely a really good, just consistent top 4 comp, especially if you hit those Divine Shield taunts like the Annoyed module and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's so good with the bubbles.
Yeah, for sure. So in this combat here, we're seeing George has got a bunch of 2-drops, got the Micro Mummy as well, and it's pretty close actually. It will end in a small victory for Reno though.
Reno hasn't taken a lot of damage yet, and that's really good for when you're Reno.
Really good for Reno.
Do we want to switch over to Steffi's view?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on over. I'm still watching BBVAT playing Millhouse. Mana Storm, storming the mana. Level to 3. Again, you usually don't see Millhouse kind of level alongside of everybody else. Typically, their goal is to build up bigger boards, but he's been getting really lucky, in my opinion, of getting tokens and being able to scale a little bit faster, and honestly just shops. So that makes such a difference.
And I would like to see him sell the 1/1 and the dragon here and pick up that Murloc pair and then put
I agree that I think that would make him a little bit stronger, but you know what? We all have our different song and dance of how we do things.
Exactly. You see that unstable ghoul? Actually, it might be really. It's gonna a lot.
Spicy.
Usually, unstable ghoul can really hinder you, but here it's definitely a lot of work.
That was a good support tool right there. I was a little skeptical because if that N'Zoth kind of swung the other way, that wouldn't have turned out that way. And honestly, this was a 50 with 50-50 basically for the win, and it came down to that hit. So
it did.
So right now, not really sure of the direction of the board. Feeling comfortable. I like the Feist. Powering to 4.
Yes. Millhouse does like to power level once he's got that full board. Because rerolling is definitely not what you want to be doing.
And getting these Death Rattle minions is also really helpful in this moment. I'm curious to see. I'm assuming he stormed against the Tormented Ritualist and the Rat Pack, but I think the Rat Pack is just a better pickup right now because these 12 tokens can definitely help clean up. I don't think Mug's worth it. So happy to
I
see
agree.
this
I like the
pickup.
Rat Pack more here. It is just more stats than the Mug. And yep, goes for the Rat Pack.
So it looks like Blue Jay also went to 4.
Interesting. Yeah, gonna get those stronger minions from the hero power. Makes sense.
And like, I mean, again, if you are in the position to do so with higher health, it just kind of makes sense too, because nobody else is kind of power scaling you right now. So why not? Oh, an egg! You love to see it. Little eggy.
Little eggy boy. Oh, and he gets the divine.
He gets that actually is not the worst.
Got one attack.
Yeah, because of the Nazoth, so.
Yeah, there you go.
And it traded!
Strong divine field. Never should have doubted the egg.
No.
And it's going to kill the rest of the board here. It's going
to
clean up.
beat the board. Yeah. Let's see. What are the... Oh, it says it could not give me accurate because of Yashar's hero power.
Oh,
Makes
that's
sense.
so sad.
Yeah, I know. Boom. 5 damage. Not bad. Both of them still being up in the 30s at 4. All right, take that pair. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think you take that pair.
Stable ghoul pair. Oh.
Go off. Khadgar. Change directions.
Yeah, I think that BB-Bat should just level to 5 here, and then you can start really hitting the powerhouse scaling minions. Yep, that's what we'll see. And then what Millhouse wants to do is just have these next 1 or 2 turns be the narrowest losses possible, if not wins. Because at this point, Millhouse is going to start to fall off for a brief moment before he really scales back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think leveling to 5 was correct because now maybe he can triple the Harvest Golem and, maybe like decide on a path of where they really want to go. Lucky enough, he could maybe get a Caligos, and that's always good for Millhouse. Best comp you can run with him is dragons, in my opinion. So even with no dragons, I still think you just take it and you decide I'm the dragon master now, and you find them. But going against Cthulhu, you're not going to probably take too much damage because the amount of minions is going to be limited, but they're just going to be beefy. So you do what you can.
This is definitely happy with this. And we just see 3 really beefy minions. That's it. And they will, I'm pretty sure, take the win here. But it is just 3 of them.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Being able to take out the Bronze Warden would be, the best situation because that's 3 damage, but it's just kind of luck.
No, not going to happen.
Not happening, but that's only 8 damage right there, which isn't the worst. Being at 25, it's not bad. So
not too bad at all. Oh, Jandis has Calicos.
Woo, that's spicy!
Yeah, really early Calicos, leveled to 5, tripled into on the same turn. So Jandis is going to start really scaling right here.
Right.
Next turn we'll go over to blue.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right, so not really what you want to see. These aren't, high caliber minions. But I ended up choosing to take some because afraid to kind of continue to roll. Makes sense. That's a pair. I mean, I feel like you start to wonder, should I pairs? Like, what should I do? And just taking what you can. But this is kind of an awkward situation to be in. However, playing against Reno, who has been taking it, still at 4. I'm not sure if they gold a minion yet. Let's see, that's Fire Emblem. So not your teammate, so we don't have to worry about them playing around how they position boards and things like that.
Yep. Do you think that BB-Bat's going to pick up this Macaw here, hope to hit a good buff death rattle? Maybe sell the golem, sell the armor of the Empire, or both golems? No, okay.
I don't think so, just because, I mean, it'd be tempting. I think if they had more Murlocs, that transition I think would actually be really good, because that would be +4, but no.
Yeah, not that much right here.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do too much. Ooh.
Mithrax, that was the hero power. Mithrax is going to be really strong.
That's incredibly strong. I feel like that's a minion I definitely overlook or underlook. I don't know. I don't give it enough credit, the Mithrax. But that's a lot of damage.
It's a really nasty loss with this Mithrax.
Oof.
getting gold immediately and just scaling up
What
super,
is that?
super
3,
fast.
6, 10, 18
18. So yeah, Millhouse
max
in the
damage.
here where he just isn't strong enough to compete
No.
with the lobby.
And you were talking about that as well, Baby Blue. Is that happen? You start off strong, but then if you don't get enough direction or you don't choose your direction, then you can just kind of scale off with power. So
Yep, absolutely. That's exactly what I experienced a lot of the times in Millhouse, and I think he's definitely one of the more difficult heroes for that. And we see the Battlemaster. That's a really huge pickup.
that's going to be helpful. Ooh, maybe you also copycat. Like mine's not golden, but
Yeah,
it's something.
Take some advice.
Maybe even you take the Mal'Ganis just for stats for the Battlemaster.
Yeah, why not? I like it. I don't think you need these Harvest Golems.
Oh,
Sells the Golem.
That's interesting.
I think that means he is going to go for Mithrax and then maybe keep a Harvest Golem.
Yeah.
Looks like that's going to be the play here.
Playing against, let's see, Lee, Mex, dealt 8, took 8.
Yeah,
But you're at 7, so it's like, that's crunch time.
It is rough, but I think against earlier mech comps, a minion with the stat line of 536 is going to be able to wipe a board.
Yeah.
Usually mech are tokeny.
I know it would stink to float a gold, but I do think it was important to play Mal'Ganis there.
I would agree. I would not really bank on the Harvest Golem pair here. I would just really just play to your outs.
And if you were concerned about like the pair, you could just grab another 4/5 and call it a day.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here. We've got 2 board of just pretty normal stat line minions. We do see it.
They're teammates. That's right.
They're teammates. Interesting.
They are teammates, and they were roommates.
After the Micro Mummy.
I was thinking, I was like, why'd they do that? And then I looked, I was like, oh wait, no, they're teammates.
And they
That's why. There we go. Makes sense. That's why the Mal'Ganis.
So Millhouse is gonna grab the win. An unfortunate loss for the teammate who has to deal with the consequences of friendship, but overall, correct decision. And he gets the
important for the overall well-being.
Yep.
All right. Sakura, are you still spectating me, or did you move over to Baby Blue?
Yeah, we're on blue right now, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump out.
I am currently spectating Blue Jay, who is on Yashiraj, is on level 5, has a golden Draconid Enforcer, and looks like kind of going a sort of Divine Shield comp here. With a bunch of Divine Shields, got the Selfless Heroes, got the Myex now, great with the Divine Shield.
Wait a minute, where's the letter W?
I don't know. I wanted to spectate him with the Calicos, but it looks like he's having some maybe internet troubles and appears offline.
Oh, that can happen. All right, I'll just spectate Jump Flute then.
Great. So yeah, we're gonna see Yashiraj is kind of at that point of the game where hero power is pretty inconsistent, and you'd rather just choose your minions than have the game decide them for you. I think tier 5 usually is that tier where your hero power is pretty weak, because most tier 5 minions are sort of like scale or buff things rather than just pure stat lines, opposed to 6-drops, which are really strong minions to hit. Like you have stuff like Bran, Rivendare, Begurgle, Murazan that just aren't really that good.
Yeah, they're situational, depending on what you're going for. So I agree with you there.
Getting them into your hand is definitely, it feels a lot nicer, but for the combat that they're being used in, they definitely don't feel good. Let's see, Maev's got a Bran, Amalgadon, got some pretty big minions, but Divine Shield Poison is really strong, and it's looking like a pretty close fight. And the Wrath Weaver eats the poison, and I think that's going to result in a loss.
Oh, wow.
For Maev, and even a death. We'll see. This Rock Pool is able. I don't think the Rock Pool can kill enough. Yep.
Oh no.
We're gonna see Hoppa Bear, who took place, is gonna go out first in the second lobby. Reminds me of my
flashbacks.
Oh, and we got a 3-way tie though.
Oh my god! And unfortunately, Jump Float, who is her teammate, also just lost.
Oh, that's too bad.
3-way tie. So they 8-7-6, but again, they were all tied.
So does that mean they all get points for 6th place?
You know what? I'm not 100% on that. That's a really great question. I'm not sure.
Equally makes sense if they all get points for 7th place. So Would have to double check that. Don't want to
Mhm.
spread any misinformation.
We don't want to mislead the ones at home. So let's see. Let's hop on over to Lego.
Yeah, and so even though Hoppa Bear took that first place in the first lobby, her partner Jump Float took 8th in that lobby, and then they took a shared 6/11/8th in this one. So it's actually not going to equal that many points for them.
Yeah,
But it is
that's
still not nothing with the
that's
first
a
place.
that's a hit.
And so we see Yasharaj kind of just rolling here, looking to maybe triple a Selfless Hero, maybe find Baron Riven. They're going to level after rolling a bit. I like that decision. So we're going to see him go to 6, and then he'll fight Rafam, who's on 4 health, while Yashraj is steady at 32 in a really big lead above second place at 12.
Yeah, that's a good position. Well, I'm over here spectating Lil Ninko, and they get to play Hoppa's Ghost. And
What a privilege.
oh, Hoppa was kind of strong.
Yeah.
Not like, I mean, it's interesting. It's like you have a couple minions that you're like, but some heavy hitters. So that's just seems kind of unfortunate there.
Yeah, absolutely. There was nothing really wrong with her comp. She just had a couple bad hits, and then it just all was over so fast.
Yeah.
You see Rafam actually has a lot of Divine Shield producing things, got a bunch of taunts, and should be able to take down Blue Jay here.
Yeah, I just looked over and it's
won't be that much damage. Not nothing. I believe this is 13. Level 4. So yeah, 12 only.
12.
All right. Did you want to switch over to Steffi's view?
Let's do it.
Come on over. Come on over. So we're also sitting at 4.
Interesting.
We see right? I mean, I guess it's kind of a strat depending on, you know, you'll see over here when you come over to George. Well, George, you've got a lot of bubbles, a lot of taunts. And there's a lot of good taunt support on 4. So it actually just kind of makes sense to me. Makes sense.
Yeah, getting those Divine Shields in early and just buffing what you already have rather than leveling and finding new minions.
I wonder if you take the Seer and the Toxfin.
I kind of do want to see that. I think that getting a Poison Divine Shield is just
so strong.
Always correct.
Do it. Can you hear me? Do it.
Do it.
Oh, this is Bob. Do it.
It's not bait.
You're correct. You're thinking about it. You have exactly enough mana. Yes.
Yeah.
Love to see it. 10 out of 10.
Lovely.
And you still have your pair. You're feeling good. You're feeling spicy. But let's look at our positioning. How do we want to do this? I still like having that Glyph Guardian up first.
Yeah,
it says mech, so you don't want the poison right up actually. So that makes sense.
Not taking in consideration that Rafam might have some Divine Shield taunts that will really eat that 27 damage.
Yeah.
Which
that's true. Yeah.
Does have 1.
Ooh.
With Selfless Heroes. Yeah. So
selfless. Oh, but it got
No, not for the Divine Shield.
That's so
funny.
Funny.
Pretty good trade there. Yeah. Selfless on the selfless. Not the best.
That's always feel bad.
On the
Let's see that was a great hit.
Yep, great hit. And this Selfless Hero, we'll see what it's going to buff. The tokens are dying off. It's actually going
Which is really good.
Oh. But nothing's actually going to be alive.
Oh, no. That was so cool. What were the odds of that one?
Win is enough to knock out Rafam, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was close. It was considered close, but slightly more favored for George. So
got it. Yep.
All right, let's look at our top 3.
We've got our
Fire Emblem, Blue Jay. And it's so funny because we were just talking about before how, while it is important how you place in the first lobby, it's that consistency. So we see Blue Jay and Fire Emblem top 3 when they tied, or they were 7-6 in the last lobby. So this is really going to help balance out that score.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Lil Ninko's just being consistent with the top 4. So feels good.
Yeah, exactly. And consistency is definitely key in Battlegrounds. If you're getting those consistent top 4s or even just like 4th, 5th, 3rds, you're going to rack up a lot of points, even though you're not getting all those first. You still get so many points for your team.
Exactly. So again, it looks like, are we deciding if we want to buy that jug to do some last minute buffs? Just roll, see if we get our pair with that triple, and then just bubble.
Yeah, just gonna roll bubble.
I-
Looks like.
I feel like I don't know. I think you can spread out these taunts away from the poison because I don't think the poison
Yeah.
necessarily needs the buffs, right?
I agree. The poison definitely does
Okay.
not need all those buffs. 3 health getting buffed by maybe 2, 4, maybe even somehow 6 health. It's not going to really matter at this point in the game. We see these are just some
Right.
huge minions on the side of Rena,
Mhm.
and even one Divine Shield poison minion isn't really going to be able to do enough work to take out this entire board.
Yeah, this is rough. A lot of these, this poison needs to hit the right minion, but even that,
It does, and
that ain't the one.
so yeah, not going to
This
do
is
it. If the Deflectobot could have died, and then the microbots attached to it would have died, George would have still been able to stay alive at maybe 2 health, but unfortunately not.
Oh my gosh! Wait!
Oh, we see die to the ghost.
Oh, we died to the
That's a
ghost!
first. Oh my god, I wasn't looking at my screen at all. But that's a first right there for Reno Jackson.
Wow!
Blue Jay takes first place in game 2 on
Good
Reno.
job, Blue Jay.
There we go.
Definitely the right call with the instant gold on Mithrax.
Yep. Oh, I'm echoing a little bit.
Oh no. Maybe it's probably just when I have my push to talk on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
No, it's my bad.
It's all good. We'll whisper. This is an ASMR stream now.
We need to be chewing carrots or something like
It's
that.
10
or
o'clock.
Scratching some pads or something. I don't know what they do.
Everything.
Everything. Chewing donuts.
Whatever them kids do.
Chewing
Eating
donuts.
pickles.
Yeah, eating pickles.
Oh,
So,
man.
but yeah, that was
great.
That was a weird flurry finish because
Yeah.
I didn't expect. I expected like who was Little Neko again?
Like who did he
What
play as? He
character?
played
Yeah,
as George.
George, and
No, right?
didn't
No.
expect
Yeah.
him losing,
Yes.
contributing, basically causing the snowball effect. So
Yeah, so who was it that died to the ghost? It was
I think it was Yashiraj because that's who I was
yeah,
waiting on mine.
and died to Lee's ghost. So it just goes to show you, friends, if you're listening, the ghosts can kick your butt too.
Definitely.
Don't take the ghost lightly.
It happens way more often than you'd want to.
It's infuriating. But yeah, so that was really great. That was a lot of fun to see. I am refreshing vigorously to see if they have the final
Me
points
too.
up yet.
Yeah, it's, I actually Blue Lobby. Yeah. Oh no, they're not all up.
Not all up yet, but a couple of them. So I'm gonna start. I've got my little notepad.
Yeah, we do a little bit of a record because I am excited to see which teams actually won out here because it seemed very close when you add it.
I agree with you, but we'll see.
So we do see that Hop Bear and Gemfloat, both of their scores are in, and they got 15 points.
Yes.
Across both of the games, which actually, it's not that much.
Well, let me see. Oh, actually, Hoppa got 12 points. It says here because you know what it was? I think it's because she 6th, 7th, 8th, so they got 2 points because she placed 6th. Yeah, because Jump Float got 8th and 7th, and has,
so it looks
3
like
points.
they all got 2 points as if they got 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so Jump Float only got 3 points this week.
Yeah, so they got 15 points added to their total score of 20, which puts them at 39.
And that is pretty good for week 1.
Yep.
That's not bad for week 1. No, yeah, that's definitely
Happy with 39.
Yeah, not something to bat an eye at for sure.
No. That went fast and furious. It's faster than I thought it was going to go. So I really appreciate Lou, Steffi, joining in and commentating. Hopefully you guys found it fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much fun.
It's always a great time with you, Saka.
Thank you so much. So maybe next week we'll tune into like a red lobby or a green lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it up to you guys to decide the choice, and we'll go.
The power is ours.
Sounds
That's
great.
right. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much for having us.
You got it. I just got to get Ron and Myanodon in here so we can cast the final part of the Pro Series, which 2 players decided that they're going to play. So.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Oh, let me stop sharing my screen. That might help. There we go.
Yeah. Just get wrong.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you all next week, same time, same place.
Yep.
Battleground.
Find
There
us.
won't be any playoffs going on. It'll just be BGs and
Yeah.
fun. So.
All BGs
That's how it
forever.
should be.
All right.
So. Thanks,
Alrighty.
gang.
You guys take care. Have fun being pros. Spectating the pros.
Thanks a lot.
Say pros 5 times fast. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So that leaves with Ron, Mexico, and I. Not sure if my Anadon's going to jump in. He may be half asleep, but they are playing right now, so we can see what they're doing. So Super Chicken's Mage's band with Wet Goose's Druid band. So.
Hey, we're back, and we're jumping into it.
Believe it or not. We're diving in. We're diving in. Are we in game 1? What game are we in?
I'm not sure yet. I'll find out in a sec here.
All right.
Jumping into Super Chicken.
This is for all the marbles for everybody just joining in. That if
that's right. If Wet Goose wins,
that's right.
It is the championship.
Super Chicken has to win.
Wow, we got it looks like Envoy Rustwick, something about that. That's pretty fun. I'm just looking at these lists here, yeah, so running that Galakron with the Envoy.
So, I don't know if you guys can spectate Wet Goose, but I cannot. Goose says he has it on, but the
I can.
game won't let.
It's a bad sign. Saku, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I mean, if you can spectate Wet Goose, maybe.
I went Wet Goose first. I don't know what you did first, but.
Well, the eyeball was never available for Wet Goose at all.
Maybe
but it was
not
for
good enough
Chicken.
friends.
Yep. Nice.
I think that must be
that's
the case.
Probably it.
Yeah.
The new
Here we
feature.
go. The
you have levels of friendship for who gets to spec you.
That's right. It's like Instagram has close friends and stuff. You know.
He invited me to spec now. Actually, that might work. Yeah, it looks like that's gonna work.
That'll
yeah,
work.
we're in. So.
All right. So now Wet Goose calling Super Chicken a loser a couple times. Just the warfare tonight has been absolutely brutal. Lots of name calling on either side.
Just hey loserin'.
Hey loser. It's not very nice.
You know, this Warlock game looks dramatically different from the last Warlock Paladin game that we watched.
Yeah, I would tend to agree that the Warlock has some stuff to do. Got some primes going on. We got double the primes.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm interested.
Wet Goose.
Apparently the series is 2-0 right now. I'm not sure who's in the lead, but.
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume that Wet Goose is in the lead, and if they take this win, that means we have a new Pro Series champion, Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich, instead of for the boys.
Right, yeah, we said
who could have seen it coming?
Mulligan, and this one counts for it all. So that was agreed to by both players. We have it on tape, so.
All right, so Chicken gonna Dark Skies here, play out this shield. My deck tracker tells me that is Invoke number 4. Actually, so does the Galakron changing that's in the hand. It's probably the easier way to find it.
2 ways. You can learn that 2 ways. That's good to know, though. We've got
Goose
tons of options.
Yep, Goose won with Rogue, and he won with Warlock. So this is.
Oh, my assumption was correct. Hey, nice.
Well, there you go. This one looking a little bit tougher here. We'll see if this Paladin will have any success. This looks like quite a solid lineup in the Paladin. The Warrior, though, may be the one that can let Goose get through with the Paladin.
More Hey Loserin.
Yeah.
Man, this Liadrin is just gonna fill up this entire hand with Libram of +1/+1.
Oh yeah, no kidding. All right, gonna be able to clear up this board. And I think, what do you just play the Galakron on the other side? What other options? I mean, you have both of those primes. You have Siamat.
I mean,
as
I see
well.
9 mana, and I see a Solarian Prime in hand. I mean,
choose the
we're not
results.
actually playing for any stakes anymore, so
Right. I mean,
YOLO
you're absolutely
Prime?
right. Why not? Let's play the fun game, and let's see what happens. Just rip it.
I don't know. I mean, Chicken's already taken about like an infinite amount more time than I would have taken on this turn with just Prime. Let's do it.
Nope, going bigger.
All
But
right,
yeah, I
we
mean,
are going for the Galakron. It looks like instead.
the try to win the game line is
or Siamat.
Galakron. Sure, Siamat's fine too. I think you still probably would prefer Galakron, just as like the stronger overall play.
Yeah. Tiamat can remove this board. Divine Shield
Okay,
Rush.
we get a rush into Divine Shield.
Sure.
Big boy Siamat sticking around.
Yeah, you can clear it up here with the Penflingers and the Librams, if you want. Seems reasonable.
Or we could just call him a loser a bunch of times and
Yeah,
get the big boy healing down.
Keep calling him a loser.
The ultimate challenge of the Hearthstone player's mental ability. Can you weather the storm and the tilt of being called loser over and over ad nauseum?
Ad nauseum. It really is. They really
Freshly
put that on a
tuned.
card that sees so much play.
Yeah.
They really chose one that.
They knew what they were doing. All right, so just going face.
Dome.
Super Chicken once again bafflingly choosing to spend more mana than is able to play Solarian Prime.
Does have the Kargath, I think maybe what they're eyeing here.
Does not compute.
Does not compute.
Can take a trade and preserve the Siamat, can just kill the Siamat. Either way, Wet Goose is going to burn a card off the top. Chicken sitting at a healthy 24 life total now because of that Kargath.
Yeah, big Kargath pickup off of the Rustwicks there.
Mayan, I think there's only one thing to do. Call your opponent a loser again.
I can't wait for the amount of calling your opponent a loser that we're going to see here.
Here it is. Hey, loser.
Never a dull moment.
All right, choosing to buff up the broom. I assume we take that Divine Shield rush right into the Kargath. Hey, loser, one more time. Spread out the buffs a little bit. Sure, Warlock doesn't have silence. There's no way you could get a silence from something like a, I don't know.
Don't say it.
Solarian Prime.
Don't say it.
Come on, Chicken. Rip the Prime.
$20 he taps.
Emote first, then the Prime.
Ah, I win 20.
Oh,
nobody
we win the $20 that we agreed upon. Oh, here we go. Okay, so still no. I mean, these seem to be the games of like, just never find your ticketus.
Yeah, Warlock
And then
hates drawing
Warlock.
ticketus. Little known fact. Actually, really doesn't want that card in the deck.
All right, this does look kind of oddly similar to what we saw last time, actually, with this part of the gameplay just being, you know, just call them a loser over and over again for as much damage as you can every turn.
Yep, it's the strat. We can do it 2 more times. Good stuff.
I'm excited.
Do we hold back these Librams of Wisdom, or do we just throw them all out on the field as a buff, or
Thank you.
play out some of them, 2 of them to dodge the breakpoint of the Veiled Worshipper? But then you don't get them back for more Hey Luzerans, so maybe you want this to die? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good point. I feel like
Oh, he's gonna
I guess
Yeah,
at
having it
13 health,
die
though,
is-
they're always killing the 6/6, right?
yeah, you would think so. How many? We have 1 soul fragment with that draw there, the double soul fragment draw. So sociologist a little bit less appealing here.
We have yet another chance to Solarian Prime.
It's not happening
Aw.
this game.
run.
Yeah, alright,
what
fine.
you
I mean,
did, Lon.
Galakron was a good play
I mean, I would love for it to happen,
a
but
bunch of turns in a row. And
we'll see.
still a good play here.
Ouch.
Wow.
Low rolled. Hardcore.
I mean, that's not...
that's pretty
bad,
solid, honestly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
not-
bad.
Because
I-
even the face mob, you know, wakes up, it goes face, is what it does.
Maybe.
Could be a difference maker.
Could be.
Be a
And
pen-
it dodges this board clear.
Good Ben.
Libram wreck your board, can't...
Just
Oh,
wrecked
here
your
we go.
board.
Okay. Libram of Justice going to take out some more of this board here.
See some more.
Okay, it wasn't me.
Some Morgus board.
Yep.
Yep. Nice little Morgus board.
So Goose gonna be goosing him here with this swing to the face. A lot of
Gonna
damage.
Goose in him. Yeah.
And that's what he does.
That is. It's in the name. It's a given.
Oh,
At least as far as I know.
What's the other Libram now?
Could get 1 more.
Oh, we found it. The
one,
Libram of
but
Get 'em.
off, and yeah, Libram of Get 'em is available. No way to get the corrupt. Lifesteal probably not going to be too big of a factor here.
Ron.
You know what could transform this Silverhand recruit?
Whisper. Whisper in his ear.
A Solarian Prime.
It could happen.
Entertaining. This
It
is
could
definitely-
certainly happen. It looks
he
like
most
it's
over.
Oh,
being
he can do it.
considered.
You can do it.
Most
Come
over.
on. Come on, chicken. Do the thing.
What are you,
You
chicken?
gotta emote first.
What are you, chicken?
What are you, chicken? Could guarantee the removal with that cascading disaster, but nothing too exciting to follow up with that. I guess you could
Ugh.
throw
I
down
mean,
the
it's
Crocs.
guaranteed lethal if you emote greetings and
That's true. That's true.
missed opportunity. Okay.
Gonna go for the heal here and probably this cascading.
Very reasonable play. Heal,
Super
remove,
reasonable.
push damage. Pretty good.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Gonna find a way to corrupt that right away.
Wow. And that's a lot of healing.
And a lot of damage.
True. All right, we're back on the Hey Loser train.
Yeah, time to call your opponent a loser yet again.
And one more time, just for good
as
measure.
frequently as possible.
Okay, now we're out of mana. No more Hey Loser in this turn. Smack him in the face. Leave room, get him, do its thing.
Yeah,
I'm
we are
sure.
all in on this.
Play all the
This
+1.
this prime never doing anything to our
Face.
Librams here.
Oh. Accidentally
What
tripped.
the?
Is
Trade
it
mod,
finally
what's wrong with
time?
you?
Is
Nah,
it
it's-
finally time?
It just tripped over the
What do you
line
think?
there. I didn't see the line.
There's something wrong with that minion there.
It tripped.
Can't believe it traded. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's like a bug they were patching out.
It probably sensed the betrayal that it wasn't actually on the side of the board of a hunter, and was like, you know what?
If
No, I think I saw that in the patch notes for this new patch coming up. So
Makes sense.
it was it happens. Sometimes you got to play between the patches. There's some errors. What can you do?
Okay, we get a soul share for more frags in deck. Lucky soul, more frags.
Ooh,
There's that
Draw
ticket
card. Oh, he does exist. Okay.
in the deck.
That's why we were holding the Solarian Prime. We needed to corrupt the
Right,
Ticketus with it.
right.
Okay.
We don't
I get it.
have
I like
any
it.
other cards in hand that could do that
none
at
of
all.
none of them. Yeah.
0. All right, but it looks like we are gonna just continue.
You guys are right. We should probably play the Yashiraj to corrupt the Ticketus, right? That makes
Easy.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's best play.
yeah, that's the
Oh,
one
wow.
that I
That's actually
intended.
insane. Is that lethal?
Close.
He got the Plunderer.
Oh, the plunder. I don't. Is it enough? I don't think so. Is it?
I think it
5.
is.
I guess yeah. The plunder.
I think this is game over.
Yeah.
What a find.
What a
Through
gem.
Oh, no.
the Hey
Prime.
Losers. Wow. There you go.
I mean, it's the punish. Don't play Solarian Prime, you get punished.
If you don't play the prime, you get punished.
That's just how
what we
Hearthstone
always
works.
say. And there
I
you
can't
go.
believe he actually generated a prize splitter off first day of school. What a
I mean, there
dirty-
was the Libram in hand. Wasn't there always
Yeah, there was
lethal
Libram.
there, right? Because you can Libram into a Penflinger. That was just fancier.
Oh yeah.
Because you have the Libram of Justice into the Penflinger to clear
Well,
off
you
the
needed
taunt.
the
Oh, you needed the weapon
punch
to
face
swing
with the
first.
weapon,
Yeah,
though.
you're right. Yeah, you had to. Yeah, it had to be that. You're absolutely right. You can't do. I was thinking of the other order. Yeah, you can't do that. Wow.
Well, that's a 3-0, right? I guess
Yep.
that just
There
wraps
you
up our
go.
cast.
Well, we got one of those games on here.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see
Hey.
if he wants to do a quick interview.
Absolutely. We'll congratulate him on winning the championship.
By Hey losing his way to the championship.
Oh yeah.
See what happens here.
Let's see.
Hey, okay. What does it say? I got like 15 minutes. Yep.
We're only gonna need a couple. That was quite the game. I
Plunder.
mean,
Yeah.
we came in kind of
Oh,
late,
man.
but there were a lot of shenanigans going on. It was fun to witness.
Yeah, we got quite an interesting matchup. I wish we had seen that prime, but
Hey, Wet
you know,
Goose.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. Welcome, Wet Goose.
that was it. You won the championship for us there with that win. We recorded that bet ahead of time, so we know 100% that you two agreed. You said you'll play, and the winner actually wins the championship. So
Yeah,
thanks
down
for doing that for
12-1.
us.
Back against the wall, and your match counted for an unbelievable amount of points.
Yeah, 20 points for that match there. So
That does it.
that'll do
Incredible.
it. There's no way
I
for
don't
them
know.
to come back.
I guess I don't know if anyone wants to see me play, since some people in the chat might know me, but I don't know, because of ladder, I guess. I've popped up on a lot of streams.
Well, it was fun to watch you play the tail end of that game. Unfortunately, we kind of came in a bit late, so we only got to see like the tail end of game 3 when you were already up 2-0. But that prize plunderer was quite the fancy find to get the lethal there. That was one of the dirtiest first day of schools I think I've ever seen.
Yo, I needed to get a rush of any form, so I think if I got the augmentation that gives rush, or if I got the plunderer, or if I got boar, or if I got broom, I had lethal there. So I went face with the penflingers first. If I missed, I would have just killed the 4/5 with the penflingers and set up for the win next turn.
Right? Makes sense. Yeah, it looked like the Warlock was in pretty firm control, but you just kept Hey Loserin over and over on your way to the win there. I don't know if if you knew what
Yeah, I
kind
was
of
going to
primes
ask,
he was
Wade,
holding.
are there any primes you were afraid of before you
Yeah.
you spoil, or any that you did not want to see?
I got the Karga, so that was the worst one.
Oh no
And,
no. There's one prime that's even worse to see than Kargath Prime.
in certain situations.
Well, I don't know.
No, in every
Solarian,
situation.
Solarian is also scary, of course.
He was holding a Solarian Prime for so long. I was
Yeah,
so
Ron was
sad. He just
begging
never
for the
played it. I was like, come
Solarian.
on, just play the Prime.
You like
The
went
thing
all
is-
in on your
I mean, on
Librams.
average, it's not good enough though.
Yeah.
Because my board isn't very strong, and usually all it does is just clear the board. Sometimes might do some face damage, but if he's very lucky, he generates a board himself. It's unlikely it'll actually do anything though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's always lethal, but yeah.
Yeah, it's usually maybe a polymorph or something could have been annoying, but
Oh yeah, polymorph for devolving would be
that
pretty
was
big
it.
because it's open deck list. I knew he didn't have any silence or anything, so I was just throwing all the Librams on wherever I could.
So
That's actually part of why I was like saying, you know what, it's not even that bad to just like YOLO Prime right
it.
here, because he's just putting every Libram on the minion. So you could high roll. And I mean, whatever, right? You're down 2-0, there's no stakes, just go for it.
Yeah. Should have done it for the fans.
There you go.
For the fans, exactly. That's what we were chanting, but just wanted to try to play the smart game, and maybe the smart game just wasn't the right play tonight.
Well, I had a lot of pressure in the end. He really needed to dodge one of the justices, I think. Yeah, because I played the Barret because I had the justice. I need to make room for Liadrin. I'm pretty happy when I use Liadrin. I think it was the right time.
Yeah, it looks
definitely worked
definitely
out.
very, very strong for you. You burned like one card that mostly wasn't going to matter.
I
and
mean,
just
I don't
rolled up
really
the
care
hand.
about that. As long
Yeah.
as I'm not losing on board when I get the Liadrin, and then I'm able to push almost 10 damage every single turn, I'm just winning at that point.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was well navigated. The burned card wasn't going to matter. Basically, whatever it was, loaded up on hey loser fuel, and you got there.
Yeah, it just worked out. I've been playing a lot of Paladin. I got the ladder finish with it on Asia last month, and then I played in the Masters Tour, and it went pretty well there as well.
Nice. Well, it
Yeah,
definitely
why didn't you
shows a
start?
strong
Why didn't you
Paladin
play
play.
first? Maybe we could have come in with some more wind in our sails,
It's too bad. Yeah, it's too bad we didn't get Wet Goose playing, early on in the night to add some weight to some of the matches.
Yeah,
But
well, I
oh well.
definitely had the advantage in the matchup. Like overall, out of all his decks against my decks, his best matchup was 54.33% on Hages for replay. It's like he was targeting very slow decks like the Priest, because I played Priest a lot. I got rank 1 NA last month with Priest, and he went to target it. But that's why I just haven't been bringing it recently, since everyone's been targeting it, and I'm just not bringing. I'm just playing straight aggro and punishing them.
The sneaky pivot.
Yep.
Well, paid off to the tune of a
Did you just
3-0 there.
roll over? I can't remember. Did you roll over?
Yeah, I rolled over.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
it was
I rolled over with aggro
big
again, but the
brain.
thing is, my lineup was so good last week. Like, yeah, in the last 4 weeks, I only dropped 1 game total.
Yeah,
Well,
the
now
big
that's a
brain
fancy
rollover.
move in the
There you go.
championship. Just going
Yeah.
with the rollover and taking a 3-0
But that was
anyway.
it was a pure mistake.
It was a pure, yeah. We were talking about it late at night, and
Yeah, but I
just
saw
remembered.
his lineup, and I'm like, oh, this is very favored for me. Like the Bomb Warrior that he still didn't have, it's negative against all of my decks. So even if he got that Warlock win, it was still gonna be rough.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again there, Wet Goose. It's great to have you on. Just sorry about the way the timing was with regards to the BGs coming in front of, but appreciate you popping in and giving us some info.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for having me.
No problem.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
Always
a very successful season, even though officially, of course, you guys did not get the title. It does go to For the Boys, but Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich was
thought
an
that might work
incredibly strong team.
if I just
I am
talked
very
about it enough.
excited to see if you guys come back next season You probably can't reveal too much, but will we be seeing anything close to this kind of team again
Come
from
on, man.
you guys?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
Too
We'll see.
early to tell. Okay. No
It's
spoilers.
because I have another team that also wants me. Because I've been making more friends recently, so I don't know.
Oh, stop making friends. Out of
Yeah, I
control.
know. You're making friends. Everyone wants me now.
Unacceptable. You can't have that.
Even though I'm rolling over, I rolled over 3 times in this competition, and I won every single week I rolled over.
It's all the mind
Okay,
games.
new strats. Love to
Yeah,
hear it.
the new strategist is rolling over.
You heard it here first, chat. All you got to do is roll over and you get those 3-0s. But honestly, great season. It's fun to see, at least you bring it to a close with a victory. And thank you again for joining us on stream.
Yep. All right. Pretty much wraps it up for the evening. Landon, did you have anything else to say besides you're tired, sleepy?
I'm sleepy. Yeah. You know, what can you do? Sometimes you get sleepy.
That's well said.
Something.
He's not wrong.
He just stumped me there.
I don't know. I
for
mean,
a
you
half
can quote
second.
you can quote me on that. It's just a human thing to do, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah,
When I
I'm
showed
not
up,
that
I'm here.
tired.
Yeah. So something to look forward to for our viewers is the Octathon that's coming up. There's going to be a few announcements and a few team reveals, I think. But
I've quoted you in Pro Series
Thank you.
chat now.
there you
It's
go.
too soon. People won't know what it is yet, and they're going to be very confused. You
They'll
got to
find out
wait
in 10 minutes.
10 minutes
to wait.
time.
But sometimes you
You
get
get sleepy. There you go.
All right.
All right.
Well, you
so
heard it here first.
Thanks everybody for tuning in for 3 and just over a half, 3 hours and 41 minutes of your life and our life dedicated to THL's content.
That's right. Supersized stream tonight.
Got it. All right. Thanks everybody. We will see you. Jeez, was it Wednesday? I think it is Wednesday. Something like that. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow there's going to be around the saloon at 9. There's going to be Hearth
right.
Center celebrating some of the champions coming up Tuesday at 9. And then Wednesday, we have your end of season awards for THL featuring your very own commissioner, Ridiculous Hat, Octathlon teams. So very exciting stuff on the horizon as well.
There you have it. There you have it. Okay. Wave good night to everybody, and we will see you.
I'm waving, everybody.
Next week.
You can't tell if I'm waving or not. Good
I'm
night.
waving as well, guys.
What are you waving over there, guy? Anyway.
I promise.
I'm waving
All right.
from like very far away from everyone else.
From Australia, exactly.
Yeah,
There you
all
go.
the way from Australia.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Take care.